Nothing touch me. I'm a 10 London because you got a long way to go. Says you want to love me. Okay, let me get right into this live stream. And first things first, shout out to this person right here who said, Choice going live slash uploading videos regularly to stack up some money to get the fuck out of America, huh? You already know, bitch. You already fucking know. You already know. You already know. Let me not even go deeper into it. Because listen, I've been saying that for years. I'm going to go to Canada. I'm going to leave America. And I'll say, honestly, for the past 2 years, mentally, I've kind of just realized that's kind of the best thing to do. Not to like be there forever. I'm always going to keep my American passport. Trust me. But yeah, I'm gonna exercise my passport privilege because first of all, I don't like the idea of having to pay property taxes on some shit that I own. That's the real scam. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Let me get straight to the point. Let's see. Hey, okay. So people ask me what the fuck happened, what's up with this title. So essentially, a couple days ago, well, not a couple days ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I did a live stream at the start of the Diddy trial, and essentially people basically wanted to hear my thoughts on like the Diddy trial, finding out that Cassie was forced to testify, and all types of interesting shit. Because as we all know, Diddy could be going down for things such as, intentions for prostitution, things such as, sexual assault, women who claim they were underage who were sexually assaulted by him, and all types of erroneous, horrendous things that involve sexual assault, drugs, prostitution, and much more. Oh, and human trafficking. So it gets deep with Diddy. So essentially, I remember I talked about it like, on a surface level kind of vibe. Like I didn't really go too deep into depth, but I kind of just gave my overall thoughts and opinions on what I think is going to happen. And Cassie having to testify. And then also a lot of people part of Diddy's team, trying to testify, like Don Richard and so much more. I thought Aubrey O'Day was going to testify from Danny Kane, but apparently that didn't even happen. So basically my perspective was, damn, she meaning Cassie stayed with Diddy for like 11 years. Now, of course, when you're dealing with an abusive, narcissistic person, you can't just up and leave because, again, there's a lot of psychological things that go with it. In your head, you see it like this. You think you'll never find nobody else. You don't think you can do any better. And then when you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle and when you make a good team with someone that you're with, you can't just up and leave and be like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. I'm done getting smacked around. I'm going to go. Like, it just is a lot that kind of comes with it. And essentially, in my live stream, I basically said, 11 years is a long ass time, not victim shaming, because that's what people on Reddit were saying. People on Reddit made a whole thread, right? I was shocked when I saw it. It was like over 136 comments. And basically, somebody was just like, oh, Choice basically told Cassie that she should have just got up and left. That's not what I meant. What I really meant is, I really wish she kind of had like an exit strategy. Not saying, of course, somebody can't be manipulated and sustained for a long time. But the first thing I thought to myself is, damn, private jets, all that fancy jewelry. I really wish she would have took that shit, pawned it, and ran the fuck off. But then again, I'm not in her shoes. And everybody knows what they would have done until they're actually in that predicament. So that's kind of what the gist of what I said. And I didn't victim shame anybody. I just kind of just gave my thoughts. I kind of just gave my perspective of what the fuck I would have done. I'd be like, bitch, take this, take that, stuff all that shit in there, and then run. But then again, when the case got deeper and deeper, I started realizing the same more things, such as finding out that he was out here really like allegedly throwing like, what was it, the Molotov cocktail in Kid Cudi's car, and Kid Cudi's car just fucking burst into flames. Come to find out, he had people like literally watching her, keeping tabs on her. He had people in the industry literally like keeping eyes on her and tabs on her. So if she ever wanted to pursue her music career, she couldn't ever really do it without him having the say in it. So I kind of just thought to myself, baby, I would have just went back to the fucking motherland, stacked up my coin, and got the fuck out of America, and probably just changed my whole life around and did all that stuff. But then again, she was obviously scared because when you see these videos of her getting snatched out of the hotel room and when you see her getting kicked around and beat around, how could she have just left? You see she's trying to leave after a freak off and Diddy drags her ass right back into the room. So that's giving further clarity of what I really meant. I didn't go too deep onto that, but basically what it was, damn girl, like a millions worth of jewelry, millions worth of like private jets and all that stuff. And I really wish she would have just had somebody to I really wish she kind of had like some sort of an escape plan. But then again, her escape plan was this money that she got. She ended up getting this lawsuit settled. She ended up getting a good amount of money, and now she's on doing bigger and better things and living her life. But on to Diddy. that motherfucker is done for. Like the more I hear, the more egregious claims that I hear, the more I hear about his assistant claiming that she was also sexually assaulted, the more I realize, yeah, he's not getting out of this and he's not going to get over on this. And honestly, I think a lot of it was just the bad boy curse accumulating because as we all know, he's pretty much squandered and destroyed a lot of people's careers. Like he's basically taking and siphoned the shit ton of people's like publishing. He owned Notorious B.I.G.'s publishing, Faith Evans, Day 26. What was it, that guy Quest, Danny Kane? Like he took a lot of people's money. Even like Cassie, even she said that she didn't make any fucking money, which kind of goes deeper into why I should have probably given more detail and elaborate a lot more. She talked about how people think that she made all this money on her solo career, but she didn't really make shit. You know what I mean? Like Cassie didn't make anything. According to her, she claims that a lot of that money was siphoned from her and Diddy essentially controlled it. So he basically controlled her whole life. Everything was essentially in his name, and she basically didn't have much freedom to do anything. And then I also got to remember, Diddy did meet this girl at 19 years old. That's something I have to always keep in mind. She was 19 years old. I mean, can you imagine if you were 19 years old and you met a fucking multi-millionaire who's worth over $100 million and has tens of millions of dollars in assets and he runs the whole industry and he's already a solidified pop culture legend? I mean, when they met, this was like the early 2000s. This was like when she was 19. So if you're 19, someone's whining, dining you and setting the bar of what men are supposed to be like, of course, you're going to gravitate towards that and feel trapped. But I don't want my shit wobbling like that. Ugh. But essentially, imagine you're 19 years old and you meet a multi-millionaire. That's something most people don't get a taste of. Everybody watching this, at one point, you had to literally deal with men or women to levels, right? Like if you're a guy, you of course have to slip over the ugly, raggedy thought who everybody already ran through, right? Or if you're a woman, you had to go through the fucking hood booger, lame, raggedy hood muffin who doesn't have shit going for himself. Like there's levels. Like you have to basically kiss a bunch of frogs before you basically find out who your Prince Charming is or who your ideal wife is. You have to go through a whole bunch of shitty fucking people. And she didn't really go through that phase. She kind of was very young. So in her head, when you're 19 years old, you're already fresh out of high school. So when you're fresh out of high school and you already got to go into like the industry, you're pretty, guys are preying on you, you don't know any fucking better. And a lot of women that I've known have had horrific stories of when they dated a guy that was like 40, 50 years old when they were like 16, 17. Yes, listen, even like in high school, like I knew a girl who was like 15. She told me when she was like 14, she dated a man in his 30s, messed around with him and everything. And she didn't see anything wrong with it at all. And in her head, I guess it kind of set the standard because she had this dude giving her money, this dude had a car and all types of shit. But little did she realize was he was a fucking predator that was grooming her. So that's kind of essentially what Diddy was to Cassie. But I feel like as time goes on, you kind of do pick up on like, you know what? Maybe this is this. Maybe this isn't that. Maybe this isn't right. Especially when, come to find out, we found out more information such as Diddy had her naked photos. He had nudes of her and he was out here trying to like threatened to put them out there and so much more, and he had recordings of her. The more the case unfolds, the more you realize, oh, okay, she couldn't walk away, she couldn't run away, because I can imagine somebody having a bunch of shit on me, somebody having a bunch of screenshots and photos and videos on me doing heinous ass fucking drugs and like looking like all, doped up. And then they could probably post that shit on the internet and ruin you. So it makes a lot of sense. But I will say, when it comes to getting blackmailed, intimidated, threatened, beat on, and then this guy like tries to make you feel better by giving you money, I could probably honestly understand why she stayed for a few years. But then you find out more information, such as she claimed that years later, when she was still kind of in contact with him, she also claimed that she was sexually assaulted on her fucking living room floor. And she also claimed that her man was like on the phone in the background one time when they were together. There's just a lot that kind of goes into it. And it obviously was a toxic relationship, but it definitely was a predator who couldn't like let go of his grip. And when you're dealing with a predator or a narcissistic person, whether it's a family member, a friend, or someone you're dating, they're not going to want to let go of their grip on you so easily, because when somebody has influence on you, it's kind of hard to just let that shit go. You know what I mean? Like if you've ever been in a toxic kind of like dynamic, whether it be like parental and child or boyfriend and girlfriend or girlfriend and girlfriend, or whatever you've dealt with, it's kind of hard for someone to just let that grip go, because people sometimes like the fact that they can treat you like a puppet and treat you or have you around for convenience. People kind of like that. And I kind of think to myself, I wonder what else. Also, that's what I said in the live stream that is getting me backlash on Reddit. What I said in that live stream was, I wonder what else Cassie knows. I wonder if she has saw anything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not her responsibility to literally tell other people's story or get involved. But you know, with 11 years going in, all I could think to myself is, Cassie, you didn't see nothing else. Like there's nothing. But then again, maybe she'd be incriminating herself as well. That's kind of what I think to myself. Because I feel like if anybody's been around Diddy for a long period of time and you're close to him and you're in his home and you know he got cameras everywhere, you ain't seen nothing. That's kind of how I also pictured it as well. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that she's not a victim because she obviously was. Like that'd be ridiculous. I never said she was not a victim, but I will say that I wonder if she knows a little bit more, but isn't saying anything because she knows it'll probably incriminate her. That's just what I always figured. But then again, I get it. At the end of the day, she has attorneys and she has lawyers, and she can't put herself at risk, especially because she already filed a lawsuit for sexual harassment. That'll literally already make her look bad to begin with. So she's given the public enough of what they need to know. And maybe as time goes on and when this case concludes, maybe more information will come out. But I'm letting everything kind of unfold, and eventually I will do my breakdown video because people are wondering, like, why am I doing lies back to back? You know, one person literally just messaged me saying, "Oh my God, like, why you keep doing lies back to back?" I'm gonna literally let everything unfold, and then I'm gonna do like a whole breakdown video. But essentially, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him if it was just an obsession with control, because sometimes people are just obsessed with controlling other people. And it's obvious, you know what I mean? Like Diddy's putting people on all these slave contracts, siphoning their resources. She was financially dependent on him for a long time. So I could see why she just felt like she couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like I've known plenty of abuse victims who feel like they can't do shit, where they're always just like, well, I don't know who's gonna help me. Or like, what if I like what if I need someone for this? What if I need someone for that? What if I need someone for this? What if I need someone for that? When you're being abused, you just feel like you always just need somebody to be there. And in your head, when you get so attached to somebody, and then she also said she had people pleasing tendencies, it's kind of hard to just give somebody like that up. You know what I mean? Especially if they're taking care of you. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if somebody's beating on your ass, but then at 19, you're struggling financially to pay your fucking rent and your bills, and you also want to make it in the music industry, but then at the same time, you also want to be protected, but at the same time, you also want money to help your family be okay. And then this person says, all right, here's 60 G's, go take care of yourself, or here's my credit card, go shopping. I would say that. So that's kind of my whole opinion on that. And basically, for those of y'all who are jumping in this live and are just getting in here, I'm basically talking about a Reddit thread that was posted about me on Reddit. Because motherfuckers on Reddit are always mad. That's not the first time I've had a Reddit threads written about me. I've had plenty of Reddit threads about me, right? Let's see. If you literally type in my name, my YouTube, if you just type in Destin Choice or just Choice, like my YouTube channel name, hold on, let me let this focus really quickly. I'm gonna read y'all comments later. It's threads from like Reddit. It's like constant. Choice TV said this. Choice TV said that. Choice said this. Choice said that. Choice said this on Reddit. Choice said this. Choice said that. He said this. He said that. He said this. He said that. He said this. Like, they're always fucking dragging me on Reddit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought Lipstick Alley was toxic. Like, I don't really get much backlash on Lipstick Alley if you've ever heard of it. Lipstick Alley is this big ass thread page of a whole bunch of random motherfuckers who don't have much to do with their lives, who just be dragging and going in on people. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's very entertaining. Like if y'all ever get a chance, type in the Kardashians on Lipstick Alley, and there's just threads and threads of shit. Same thing with the Diddy stuff and the R. Kelly stuff. There's just threads of just entertaining ass people who are into pop culture. But Reddit, I get a lot of backlash, not even just for like videos that I made. Like I remember one time recently, I got backlash on Reddit because when I did a YouTube video, right? And I did a YouTube video talking about that free movie site that I use, because I use a bunch of free movie sites, right? Like I use a bunch because I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm not paying for Hulu. Fuck Hulu. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't renew my Netflix because I'm trying to catch up with Orange is the New Black, and I'm trying to catch up with Supernatural. So yeah, that's why I'm on Netflix. But other than that, when I'm done, fuck Netflix, fuck Hulu. I'm not paying for all that shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start reading y'all comments. I'm not trying to ignore y'all. I'm just trying to get to the point. For those of y'all who are just jumping in, watch the playback. And yeah, just Google my name on Reddit and you'll understand, right? People were mad about my opinion about the whole Cassie stuff. And then people were also mad about my opinion about a plethora of shit. Like I got dragged on Reddit by the movie community, the cinema community, because I leaked what site I use. I said in a video, I was like, if y'all want to watch free shit, just use that site. I'm tired of fucking paying for shit. And then basically the site ended up getting shut down like a matter of 48 hours, which I don't know how or why. But I remember there were people on Reddit saying it's that fucking YouTuber, that YouTuber choice. He literally keeps fucking telling people these movie sites that we use. And I'm not gonna lie, after that, when I saw that backlash I got on Reddit, I don't even tell people the movie sites that I use. But you know what? I'm gonna just tell y'all because I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't care. I don't care. This is the free movie site that I use. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna tell y'all. Reddit can kiss my ass. Just for that, Reddit can kiss my ass. So here's the free movie site that I use to watch my free movies. It's called ooh, I don't know if I should say it because I don't want this video to get taken down. F movies. Matter of fact, I'll screenshot it and put it on my Instagram story because again, like I don't know. Okay, I haven't gotten that far with live streams yet where I could just put shit on the screen. But eventually, I'm gonna start practicing getting used to that. But here's the movie site that I use. Okay, I'm gonna just screenshot it and I'm gonna put it on my story. Hold on. Okay, so follow me on Instagram. It's literally the same as my YouTube. Just follow me. Like if you get a chance, just follow me, and I'm posting on my story so y'all can see. Because I don't care. Fuck Reddit. Now I'm gonna tell everything. I'm gonna tell everything. Stop. I'm gonna tell everything. This is the free movie site that I use. Because why not? This is I'm putting on my Instagram free movie site that I use. Okay, I posted it on my Instagram story, so just literally watch it there. There. Okay, now I'm gonna start reading some of y'all comments before I like go too deep into it. Again, those of y'all who just jumped in, I already talked about everything. Let's see. So someone said, I wondered if Cassie witnessed Kim Porter being abused too. I always wondered about it. That does she know what happened to Kim? I feel like she knows what happened to Kim. I don't know. I feel like I'm telling you, like, does Cassie have secret phone call recordings? Because 11 years, come on now, somebody's putting their fucking hands on you and beating your ass. She got some secret recordings. She got some recordings of something, not just old phones, but she got recordings of some stuff. You know what I mean? And Diddy was a tweaker, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, like I talked about this in my last video, but Diddy was a drug addict, you know what I mean? Like, he had cameras all over his house, and that's what the feds seized when they went to his home. They seized hard drives, they seized footage, they seized bottles of empty like drugs and GHB and things such as ketamine. They seized a lot of shit in his home, and people don't realize, like, people see that Diddy he had cameras everywhere, and I get it. He had cameras everywhere because he's a mainstream celebrity. Why wouldn't he have cameras everywhere? But I do feel like it was also for blackmail. But people also got to remember, most people who are addicts, they have cameras everywhere. They think everybody's always watching them. You know what I mean? Like they always think people are keeping tabs on them. You know what I mean? Like I remember, like even like I met oh my god, there's like even instances where like sometimes you'll be around an addict and they'll be like, close the windows, close the windows. Shh, why are you so loud? Why are you so loud? Like if you've ever met somebody and you're hanging out with them and they're always just like so loud, so loud, more than likely it was definitely using. Or if you met somebody that always thought like, are you recording me? Are you recording me? Like that's usually someone that thinks everyone's out to get them, which is usually like a whole side effect of being a tweaker. So it makes sense why he was always recording people. Oh my god, really? Did he? So okay. Let's see. It's definitely for blackmail and the pressure and to relive his demonic actions and pedophilia. 100%. A lot of times when you're a freak and then you're an addict as well, sometimes people who are addicts try to make sense of things. So the reason why he has all these recordings and footage of people, like he probably has shit of LeBron James or like you don't know who the fuck he has footage on. And you know, it helps you understand more and more. Like as time goes on, you don't know who he has shit on. So a lot of times when people record you, it's because they want to like have shit on you for just in case. So that way you won't ever feel the need to talk or speak up. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie. I've had a couple people. I'm gonna give y'all a good insight. I've had people record my phone call conversations too. Because I remember I was talking to this one dude named Bobby J. Smith. Right, his name was Bobby J. Smith, and he was a manager. He managed like Dreadful Laughs. He managed like Perfect Laughs. He managed like a lot of struggle YouTubers who did prank videos. He managed levels in Nair and Jalen, that couple channel on YouTube. Whatever happened to them? but he was like a manager for a lot of content creators. His name was Bobby J. Smith. He was this big, dark-skinned, heavy-set black guy with baby locks, little baby twist-out locks, right? And he was fucking nuts. He was fucking nuts. But he got me paid sometimes. I'll be honest. Like, remember those little promos I see at the beginning of my videos where I'd be like, okay, y'all, go stream this song, link down below. Them shits were fucking ass songs. Some of them were okay songs, but some of those songs were ass. And I would promote songs, and he would always like plug me in and be like, hey, I got your promo. I got your promo for $100. I got your promo for $100. You know, promote this song at the beginning of your videos. You know, looking back, he probably was scamming me and hustling me because of all the views that I was getting. I remember like years ago, like this was like what, 7 years ago, I was getting like 50K, 70K, 80K views on videos, and he was only giving me $100 for promotion. That's my fucking fault for not knowing any better. But anyways, that's a long story. Basically, I remember we was on the phone one time, and I remember I kind of went off on him over text because I found out that he was paying a creator that had like 20K subscribers, like way less followers than me, more than me, for a promo. And I was like, wait. This bitch ass nigga Bobby literally paid you how much for a promo, but you paid me this? What the fuck is going on? That's so crazy. I can't believe he actually just did that. And then I kind of went off on him over text. And then eventually he kind of like went in on me and told me that I was ungrateful as fuck and said, okay, well, you know, I'm over here saying your names in rooms and stuff. I'm trying to get you on that TV show Star and everything. Like, I don't even know why you're even going in on me. He was a fucking liar. He was nuts. He was nuts. Like, when I talked to some of his clients, he was fucking nuts. Like, he needed medicine. He was weird. But basically, he ended up calling me. And I remember he said to me, he was like, all right, Choice, you know, how you doing, bro? Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, yeah, you know what? I feel like, okay, yeah, I probably could pay you more. How much do you want to get paid? Okay, how much do you want to get paid? And then I just told him how much I wanted to get paid. He's like, all right, no problem at all, no problem at all. And you know, Choice, okay, you know what? You're right. You know, you're right. I wasn't being very nice at all. I wasn't being very polite with like the negotiation, how much I was giving for promos. And you know, Choice, you're right. You can call me like anything you want. You can call me like any types of fat back, computer shaped bitches, like whatever. Like I get it. You could be mad at me. I get it. But Choice, you know, I'm gonna give you a freebie, Choice. Call me whatever name you want to call me. And I was like, no, I just want to be paid fairly and not lowball. And he was like, no, Choice. I insist. Call me whatever you want to call me. Like, you want to call me like any types of like bitches. This, I give you like one freebie. I deserve it. Trust me. And then I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, trust. I'm giving you a freebie right now. And I was like, okay, well, don't play with my fucking money. I have shit to do. I have bills to pay. And yeah. And he was like, okay, anything else you want to say? And I was like, no. And then that was literally it. And then looking back, I kind of realized he probably was recording that phone conversation, because why are you telling me that I can call you whatever you want? You're giving me like you're giving me a freebie to call you whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Like, he was fucking nuts. He was weird. And then, you know, so weird is I even reached out to some of his clients that were also YouTubers. And then one of them told me that he scammed a lot of people and that he was a sketchy businessman and so much more. And honestly, I'm very glad that I stopped talking to that person, because essentially I kind of got to a point where I just stopped answering that person's questions. And there's a lot of shady people in the entertainment industry. There's a lot of shady people that even fucking like made me promises and sold me a dream that wasn't real. I remember one time, there was this one instance where I had a publicist. I'm sorry, let me keep reading. So I don't want to skip questions. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I told you about Reddit last night. P.S. I don't have IG because someone dropped the name to the chat. Okay. I'll post. They don't have Reddit. I really wish I could show y'all on here, but it looks weird. This person wants to know the name of the movie site. Can you like try to see it? You can try to screenshot it, because this person keeps asking me for the movie site. But anyways, a lot of people made me, hold on, someone keeps DMing me. If you join my Patreon, you'll see it. If you join my Patreon, I gave like a long list of other movie sites, but you can go to my Instagram story and you'll see it. But anyways, I had a lot of people kind of like play in my face and make promises to me in the entertainment industry. So I can kind of understand even like the Cassie thing about how, you know, Diddy squandered all her money and took all her money and siphoned everything and put her on a slave contract for like a fucking decade and so much more. Because people, especially when you're young, right? And mind you, I was around the same age as Cassie, right? Like when Cassie met Diddy, I was like 19 as well. When people were like fucking me over and playing in my face and telling me a dream. I even had a publicist, because I thought I needed a publicist, right? I found this random publicist on YouTube, reached out to him. His name was Rocky Pomfiel. He was from Brooklyn. He was this big heavy set guy. I have a thing for big heavyset guys, clearly. Trusting big heavyset motherfuckers. I guess it came from like you see what you see yourself in other people. Because when I was a heavyset fat fuck, I was, I guess, investing in heavyset fat fucks who thought I would help me in my career. But anyways, that don't make no sense. But anyways, he was a heavyset big dude. His name was Rocky Pomfiel, and I remember I hired him to be my publicist because I was like, I guess I might need a publicist because yeah, like I guess everybody needs a publicist when they're building their brand. He ended up being a fucking scammer. Oh my god. Basically, he was charging me like $700 a month to do like publicist work, right? And basically, I was giving him money, and I noticed that he would only do like the work immediately, like for the first 2 weeks, whenever I would pay him. And the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't hear from him until the day before it was time for me to pay him. And then I remember he literally said, "Oh, Choice, I can get you on blogs, I can get you on red carpets, and I can get you on like so many blogs." And I was like, to be honest with you, I don't give two fucks about these celebrities. I don't give a fuck about trying to be cool with them or hang out with them. I just want to like build my brand. And he was like, ha ha ha. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. But you know, when you sign with me, I already got a whole bunch of ideas and I already know all the things I want to do with you. I was like, okay. And he was like, yep, Choice. And the first thing I'm gonna do for you, Choice, I'm gonna work on I'm gonna work on trying to get y'all walling out. That's the first thing we're gonna try to do. My dumbass drank the Kool-Aid, and I was like, okay, sure. And then he ended up being a fucking scammer. And I only worked with him for 3 months, and I paid him like $700 for like 3 months. And all he did was make me like a little press kit that had like it was like a profile, like it was like a little profile with like a description of who I am, content creator, YouTuber, outspoken, you know, charismatic, a profile photo of me, age, height, let's see, articles I was featured in once or twice, and then it was like, you know, open for interviews, open for collaborations, and this, that, and a third. And he was like submitting it to like a bunch of radio stations, and he got me on like one little radio station in Atlanta, and I ain't never heard of that shit, but he got me on a radio station in Atlanta. I was on the radio one time in Atlanta. I don't know if anyone of y'all ever saw it. But I was really upset because when I got there, I was kind of frustrated because it was like 3 other people there. So it was me and it was like 3 other fucking like struggle entertainers. It was a struggle rapper in there. It was an upcoming R&B singer, and it was another struggle rapper. Her name was like Kima or some shit. She was like a female rapper, and she was like, it was like, why are all 4 of us here doing press at the same time in the same room? I was so upset. I remember I walked in that bitch when my fucking publicist sent me in that room, and I walked in thinking I was gonna be the only one on the radio. I thought it was my radio interview, and it's like 2 struggle rappers in here and an R&B singer in here. What the fuck going on? Why am I here with 2 struggle rappers, an R&B singer, and me? Like we're all like taking turns, and then on top of it, you know what happened? We was sharing a mic. Tell me why I had to like, oh yeah, hey guys, it's Choice TV. I make YouTube videos. This is me, and also yeah, I'm here for this. And you know, I'm from Miami, Florida, and then we were all sharing a mic. Like we all had to like scoot back in our chairs and share one mic. He was fucking terrible. Oh my god, he was trash. He was a trash ass fucking publicist. Oh my god. And then what was so crazy is, you know what's so crazy? Karma is so real because years later, you know what happened to that bitch ass nigga? His name was Rocky Pomfiel. He was a publicist, and he had a publicist company called R&D Entertainment. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. R&D Entertainment. And you know what he said? Years later, like 6-7 years later, he reached out to me, right? 6-7 years later, this is recently. 7 years gone by. Here we are now, 8 years even. And he said to me, he was like, hey, Choice, I'm at the Los Angeles airport right now. I'm kind of low on funds. Is there any chance you could send me some money? Somebody stole my credit card. It would be really appreciated if you could. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I went the fuck off on him. I said, I barely fucking know you. What the hell are like giving you money? And then he went off right back on me and was like, you could have just said no. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. But I kind of went off and I was like, I don't fucking know you that well. Why the fuck would I even send you money? You know what I mean? That was just rude as fuck for him to even ask. But he was a terrible publicist. He took my money. He didn't do shit that he said he was going to do. He didn't put much effort in anything. I didn't work with him ever again. It was just a waste of time. And then he did get me on like a red carpet one time, but he got me into, y'all remember Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom? He got me into a red carpet event because she was having like a little birthday bash. And then you know what's so crazy? That same birthday bash was literally on Eventbrite. I could have literally went to her birthday bash and bought my own ticket for like $20 in LA. At the event, he got me in for free. He saved me $20. I flew all the way. This is before I moved to LA. I flew all the way to LA. Excuse me. thinking I'm going to a fucking networking event, thinking I'm going to Favorite Abraham's private launch. And he got me in early. I was there early, like a whole hour early, and then eventually they let everybody else in. And it was Favorite Abraham's little birthday bash at One Oak in Los Angeles at a nightclub. So it's like I remember just being like, wait, I could have just bought myself a ticket for like $20 and just went myself. I paid for a fucking flight, I paid for a fucking Airbnb, and I paid to come out here, and I Ubered out here just to literally come to a fucking event that I could have gotten on Eventbrite. He was a horrible publicist. He gave me PTSD. And again, like people have sold me a lot of dreams. That's why again, like I that's why I don't collaborate with a lot of people. That's why I'm very iffy about managers. That's why I'm very iffy about publicists. Like a lot of people have played in my face, and that's kind of what it comes with when you build something from scratch. So I kind of understand why someone like Cassie would kind of deal and tolerate with like the fucking evil monster. There was something in it for her. Like, you know, let's not sit up here and be like, oh, she's all sweet and innocent. Like, people with the sweetest, most babyest voices can be the most shadiest, most sketchiest people ever. Don't let that shit fool you. I trust actions, not words. I'm not saying she wasn't a victim, but what I'm saying is she stuck with the monster and the beast because there was something in it for her. She knew she could stick around because she knew she could benefit financially. If Diddy was a broke man, you think she would have stuck around? If they didn't have no money, you think she would have stuck around with as pretty as she is and as talented? Well, not talented. She's somewhat talented. With the little bit of talent that she does has and as pretty as she is, you think she would have stuck with Diddy if she was broke? Probably not. So again, with the shit that I'm telling you, with the shit I've had to deal with in the entertainment industry, because again, like it's kind of hard to market me because I'm a black male. I got a little bit of feistiness and sass and pizzazz and shit. Like there's just not much to market with that. You know what I mean? But with Cassie, she's this pretty, fair-skinned woman who is who can get away with lip syncing, and who can get away with having writers. And because she has a pretty face, people would just be like, okay, yeah, she's a star, she's a star. And then she's with Diddy, and then she's dating Diddy. Okay, yeah, let's invest in her. She's a star. I get why she stayed. I get why she stuck around. But I also feel like it's safe to always look at all perspectives. And again, that motherfucker, the diddler, he's going down, and he deserves to go down. I've been talking about him for years. That's what Reddit should have fucking said. I've been talking about Diddy for years. I've made loads of videos about the bad boy curse. I made videos about him fucking on people's publishing. I talked about what he did to Toto. I talked about what he did to Winter Blanco from the Bad Girls Club when Winter Blanco from the Bad Girls Club got pregnant by Justin Combs. I talked about a plethora of things. And Reddit Reddit can go suck their mother and go talk about that as well. But I just wanted to reflect and talk about that as well and hear everybody's perspectives. So how long have I been on here? Oh my God, I've been talking shit for 30 minutes. That's crazy, but I hope everybody does understand where I'm coming from. Let's see. Let's see. How do you feel about Amber Rose supporting Tory Lanez, even though she's a self-proclaimed feminist? Honestly, I don't know what to say about Amber Rose. I kind of tuned out when she got that ugly ass face tattoo and the whole slut walk stuff. That's kind of when I tuned out of her. But honestly, when it comes to Tory Lanez stuff, honestly, I don't know. Maybe Tory Lanez will get out sooner than later. I believe Quincy knows a lot too. I think we'll get more out of the kids once the gravy train stops. Oh yeah, that's always been my prediction. I always have a gut feeling because again, a lot of his income is tied to his children. So his twin daughters, a lot of his assets are in their name. So his house, that house they raided, it wasn't in his name. It was in his children's name. So there's no the bank, IRS, no one's gonna take that house. Lawsuits, they can't take that house. It's literally in his daughter's name, and his daughter owns the house. Same thing with a lot of his other assets. It's in his mother's name and it's in his daughter. That's something that the rich do. The rich don't put things in their names. They put things on an LLC, they put it in a trust, and then they put beneficiaries because a trust or LLC is its own entity. And then they put beneficiaries inside. So he doesn't really own anything, if we're being honest. So that's a really smart tactic that can be used. But again, if something was used for like criminal activity, maybe they could take it. But Diddy's a smart man. His assets are protected. He knew eventually things would catch up with him. Let's see. You said my friend has schizophrenia and he cut out the wait, what? He cut out the eyes of his posters because he felt like he was being watched all the time. That's some scary ass shit. That's some scary shit. But yeah, that does happen when you're a tweaker, like someone like Diddy who was using ketamine and GHB and doing freak offs and recording shit. You think people are always out to get you. That's kind of what happens when you are under substances all the time. Cassie probably does know more, but like she's just here to tell her story, not anybody else's. So she's not wrong. That's fair. Let's see. Somebody said F you, Jasmine. Let's see. Have you heard about Q from Day 26? Said happened to him. I have not heard about what Q from Day 26 said happened to him. Diddy is cut. Absolutely. Just Google my name, type in Choice TV Reddit, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Weed makes me paranoid like that. And am I a tweaker? You know, you're not a tweaker. I don't think weed makes you a tweaker. I think abusing weed consistently makes you a tweaker. If you're actively doing edibles and you're actively smoking weed and you're binge smoking, maybe you might have some tweaker tendencies. But if weed makes you paranoid, I don't know. Maybe you just have a lot of bad anxiety. Maybe you don't need weed. Maybe you just need a life detox. Maybe you need some dick or a vacation or some poop or some punani, or maybe you just need a breather if you're paranoid. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with some of these comments. To be honest, I've been out the loop. I don't know. What the fuck? I'm tired of this fucking shit moving around. Ugh. Hold on. This fucking shit keeps fucking moving around. Anyways, okay. To be honest, I've been out the loop. I didn't know you went live the past week. I was off my phone. I didn't go on YouTube a lot. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Just catch up with all the lives I've done. And to be honest, you didn't miss much. I've done like 3 lives. And just pick a live that catches your interest. Let's see. I think it's a psychopath thing. Serial killers like to keep trophies of their kills. Serial sex offenders do the same. That's why he records everything. That's very true. That kind of reminds me of the movie The Lovely Bones. The Lovely Bones is similar to Diddy. Somebody who had like a clear, clean, pitch perfect image, but then if you look at them on the back end, they were completely shitty and monstrous. Like the guy from the movie The Lovely Bones, which again I recommend everybody watch that movie. That movie scarred me. I can't even watch it as an adult. I don't know. I want to watch it, but that shit low-key scares me. I'm scared to watch it. I watched it when I was like a child. That was God, that was a long time ago. But The Lovely Bones was a really great film. I had it on DVD. I remember I put it in the DVD player. I remember I watched it, and I remember I had no cable either. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this over and over again because I'm bored. But now that like I'm grown, I watched The Lovely Bones, and it kind of gives me like the creeps a little bit because that guy was a serial fucking rapist and a serial killer, and he kind of reminded me of Diddy a little bit because he had a lot of like recordings and he had like footage and he had drawings and he had paintings and he had like little items that belonged to each person that he like assaulted and murdered. And they were all young girls, like under the age of 18. He had a lot of stuff on them, a lot of like their pictures and items and things that belonged to them. He even kept like news articles. Like when they would go missing, he would like have like all that stuff archived and saved somewhere. The dude was a creeper. And sometimes, yes, people who are serial predators like to keep documentation of everything. I guess it's like a narcissistic thing. Like when somebody's a serial predator, even if it's someone like Diddy, they like to keep documentation of things because it feeds their ego, knowing that they had so much control in that moment. Or they're the reasons that people's lives are altered. Or they're the reasons why, you know, or they create a scenario and then they can sit back and watch it like this. Like, oh, look at what I created. It's like some people just like being the puppet master. It just makes them horny. Let's see. I love y'all. I love you too, Choice. Thank you, Jasmine. You're one of the few YouTubers who keep it real. Love it, especially in a world full of lies. Yes. Thank you, Alyssa Tashman. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming to the live. Hey, Choice. How are you doing? Thanks, Boo Girl One. How are you doing? It's my first time catching your live. That's crazy. I'm happy because basically, for those of y'all who are wondering why I've been going live lately, is I want to do more lives because, again, I don't go live very often. Like, for as long as I've been on the internet, I just don't do lives. And the piece of me didn't do lives because I just didn't have like the confidence to just sit there because when it comes to lives, I'm just like off the dome talking and being myself. And sometimes I'll have notes. But with videos, it's easier because I could just sit there, I could break stuff down, I could talk about topics and go from here to there, and then edit out what doesn't make sense or edit out extra ass dialogue. But with lives, these are fun because they're interactive and I can communicate with y'all. And people really like this kind of stuff. Let's see. Yes, we're still friends. Diddy's an abuser, but let's not act like people who wouldn't sign up for the money and fame. It doesn't really. Okay. Diddy is an abuser, but let's not act like people wouldn't sign up for it for money and fame. It doesn't relieve Diddy, but let's be real. It's true. He has a lot to offer. It's probably why Diddy treats people the way he does. Choice, can you make a video on psychopaths and how to avoid them? To be honest, I think there's signs that clearly Diddy was a psycho, but people don't think much of it. Yeah, when you look at the GHB and the fucking ketamine, and when you look at him denying all the allegations of abuse, and then footage comes out of Diddy dragging her ass in the hallway and into the hotel, which still lives in most of our heads rent-free. You look at that kind of stuff, and you look to yourself how he was so adamant about denying the allegations in the lawsuit. Then that clip in 2016 comes out, and then all of a sudden he goes from saying, okay, yeah, but I was on substances, I've changed, I better myself, all that shit. I'm telling you, his kids have seen stuff. Because again, when you are cool with someone who's a drug user, everybody's been affected by their antics. I'm telling you, his kids gonna see something. When his kids have a fight over the estate, there's gonna be conflict. Like when his kids, I'm telling you, when all his 3 sons who are grown as fuck, Justin, Christian, Quincy, and even his mom, when they all clash and have issues about who gets what, who gets that, or who gets this, because he's going to be doing 20 years to life even, I'm sure one of them is going to start singing like a canary, especially when it comes down to selling records and getting attention. One of them is going to say something, because again, even though he had he has like 6 kids, one of them is going to say something. One of them is going to have a guilty conscience and say, you know what, I got to say something, I got to speak up. Someone's going to say something, because again, they all saw something. Even his twin daughters, I'm sure they've seen stuff. Especially his oldest son, Quincy and Justin, like they've definitely seen stuff. I'll never forget what Winter Blanco, the girl from Bad Girls Club, said when she was dating Justin Combs. In her book, she said that he was very fearful of his father, hence why anytime he made a big decision with his money and his finances, his father always had to be included. One time when his father came to the room and coerced her into getting the abortion, he just sat on the chair, head down, paranoid as fuck. I'll never forget that. And if you never saw that video I made, just watch my video about Winter from Bad Girls Club talking about Diddy. That was a viral video for me. And people still go back to that video to this day. Now that all the allegations have unfolded, people still go back to that video I made where Winter was coerced by Diddy into getting an abortion. I'm so glad I made that video because, again, nobody was talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew she had a book out, but I had to read it because I knew she was going to talk about some interesting shit in there. I had to go into that book. I had to read that book. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did that video. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read these comments. Thank you. Let's see. Soul Fulfilled. We have the same role. Left my ass off. I know I liked you. Thanks for always keeping me laughing. I'm happy to always keep you laughing. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you for showing love. Y'all think Diddy was ever attractive? Why or why not? I mean, in the 90s, yeah, sure. Like when you look at his music videos in the 90s, but now, never, not really, never really ever. I'm being honest with you, never really ever. I'll be honest. Let's see. That sounds like a setup. What was the website? Go to my Instagram story. For everyone that's asking me the free movie site that I use, go to my Instagram story where I screenshot it. I can't say it and I can't type it, but just go to my Instagram. Or if it's still not working, just DM me and I'll just be like, okay, yeah, this is the site, and I'll send you a screenshot on how to access it. But I posted it on my Instagram story, so go watch that and go follow me on Instagram while you're at it. I mean, you're already going there anyways. You might as well follow me on Instagram, you know. Diddy's not attractive. The brain physically, okay. This person says the brain physically stops developing at 25. Logical prefrontal cortex. That doesn't mean the other things you learn in life stops, guys. Yeah, you still learn things in life. You still go through experiences. Let's see. Can everybody like the live? Please just give a thumbs up to the live if you're in here. Thank you everyone that's coming through right now. Anything else you want to say? Wait, I'm sorry. Somebody said. So basically, this is from when I talked about the free movie site I'm using. Somebody said, "Hey Destin, thanks for the free movie site. Please don't crash it. I'm trying to watch Sinners. Please use it while you can because I don't want nobody crashing. I'm not gonna say the name because last time I said the name, y'all all crashed it. Just go to my Instagram story. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Yep. I'm sorry. Let me start at the bottom. Give me a second. Let's see. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Avram McCoy. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry you're being put down. You really are an inspiration to me. Please keep going. I'm always happy when you post. Thank you for watching and thank you for the super chat. And I'm glad you're always happy when I post. I'm happy that I'm still even doing YouTube videos to this day because sometimes I do have my moments where I'm just like, oh, damn, like I really wish I was at 1 million subscribers. You know, it'd be kind of cool if I was already at 1 million. But in my head, I already been hit 1 million and I already get a lot more views compared to people that already have 1 million. So I'm grateful that people still watch me. I'm grateful that I'm still able to post content to this day. That's still a shock to me. That's still a shock. I'm glad I'm able to. I know some people are mad. People get real upset and mad when you're still thriving and doing shit that they wish they had the courage to do. Let's see. At least they're not dragging on Lipstick Alley. It's hell over there. You know what's really shocking? Lipstick Alley is a thread similar to Reddit where people go in. They get ruthless. They go exposing people. It's insane. But people on Lipstick Alley actually show me a lot of love. I'm actually really shocked. Like a lot of times, okay, yeah, people say slick petty shit that makes no fucking sense. But people on Lipstick Alley actually show me love. Like I remember I saw some of the stuff people were saying about me on Lipstick Alley, and some of it was like petty, negative shit that made no sense or that wasn't really true. But then a lot of the things people said about me, I was like, oh yeah, it's so nice. You're so nice. You guys are assholes sometimes, but that's so nice. Are you referring to Cassie? She did what she needed to do to survive, meaning she was consenting. No, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Gotta be specific. When it comes down to it, when it comes down to Cassie, people got mad that the jurors were asking her about what she had to gain from things, and she definitely did gain a lot. She got notoriety, popularity. We wouldn't really have known who she was if it weren't for Diddy. But then when you look at the backhand stuff, like the assault, the disrespect, and then when you find out that she got sexually assaulted on her living room floor by Diddy, and Diddy was doing all types of creepy sexual shit to her while she was on the phone with her man, that's when you look at it and you're just like, yeah, that's some evil ass shit. That's some very evil shit. You know what I mean? I'm glad she got a good payout. I'm glad she got like a good 30 million because that's enough money to last her a lifetime. And I mean, that's how much money she probably would have made in her music career, anyways. So I'm glad she did get it. She had to get it one way or the other. Let's see. If abuse was so easy to leave and speak up about, we wouldn't be seeing hotel camera footage of them being beaten trying to leave. But it doesn't make her innocent if she witnessed Diddy abusing others. You're right. It doesn't make her innocent. I'm sure Cassie saw some things. You know what I mean? I'm 100% sure she saw stuff. Like you cannot sit up here and tell me, oh well, she didn't see. I bet she no. Come on, I'm like y'all know it deep down inside. Y'all know she saw stuff. We know Cassie's seen some things, and I wonder if after this trial is over, I have a gut feeling that when this trial is over, there's going to be a lot more footage that comes out or a lot more screenshots or receipts that come out that show that Cassie definitely did see some things and witness some things. I'm sure some people are just scared of not saying anything because of retaliation. Hold on. Let me fix some shit real quick. Fix this shit real quick. Let's see. Oh, cooking while you cook. Thank you, T. Rago. No one's victim blaming. Y'all are annoying sometimes. He's saying she was a victim, yes, but she also got certain benefits. No one is saying she wasn't abused. Exactly. I'm glad you see my perspective. And honestly, people on Reddit were very upset because they're just like, you're victim blaming, you're this, you're that. How the fuck am I victim blaming, bitch? I just said that girl had a lot to gain as well. And does she also know more than what she's letting on to believe? Or is this because again, she was told that she had to come to court. Like this whole situation, she has to come to court. She did her shit. She got her money. She did her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want $30 million. She did what she had to do. She's being forced to come to court to now testify and speak on all these allegations. So that way we can make sure he stays in jail for a long time for being the predator and the abusive snake that he is. But hold up. Ooh. My shit was out of the charger. So yeah, so she definitely got a lot. And you know, in my live stream that got me some backlash on Reddit, it was like this. People were just like, oh, well, at the end of the day, she was a victim. Like, yeah, we all saw the fucking clip, we all saw the footage, and we know that he's an abuser. Like all these 30 women that are coming forth, they can't be lying. They're definitely not lying. But like, oh my god, fucking flies in this bitch. Ugh. This dirty ass Airbnb. But this Airbnb was cheap, y'all. This Airbnb that I got, it was like $200 for the week. Let's see. If Tory was innocent, why didn't he clear his name on the stand? I mean, I think he tried, but with insufficient evidence, wasn't much he could do. Somebody said Megan and Tory should just talk it out. LOL, it seems all petty at this point. I mean, if she talks it out with Tory, then people aren't going to have any more respect for her. Sometimes when you already spent so much energy making someone look like the bad guy, you want to talk it out and play games and be fair and be nice and be subtle and have a conversation sometimes, it can make people look at you like you're not a victim after all. Because a lot of times when somebody does you dirty and does something fucked up to you, if you go out of your way to still talk to someone like that, people look at you and be like, oh, okay, then it must not have been that bad. And I think that's probably what she's afraid of. But why would you talk to Tori? What is there to talk about? You know what I mean? There's nothing to talk about with Tori at all. If anything, I'm sure her team would have heavily advised her not to, because you never know who could be recording the conversation or who could be listening. Yes, Diddy also has a lot of luxury rental homes in his kids' names. Yes, everything is in his kid's name. When it comes to P. Diddy and stuff, he's smart. Like, he knows that there's going to be a target on his back. When you're rich and doing really, really well, you're always going to have a target on your back. People are always going to want something. You know what I mean? You know how many people have made slick comments about, like, oh, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue this. Like, people do shit like that. When people know that you have a lot going on or a lot to offer or a lot to lose, people will try to sue you and come for you. If they see the life you're living. That's why you got to move in silence. That's why if you have like big things coming and great changes and life changes coming, you can't always tell people, because sometimes people see that if you have a lot to lose, they have a tendency to want to make it about them or see what they can get. Because people are sick and psychopathic and manipulative and leeching and jealous and envious. Let's see. Come on. Wait. RP Rihanna's dad. Rihanna's dad passed away. I didn't know that. Weed doesn't make you tweak. It makes you eat and sleep. True. What happened on Reddit? Just Google my name, Choice TV, Reddit, Cassie, some shit like that, and then you'll see it. I talked about all that stuff early in this live. So if you missed a lot of what I said, you can watch the playback. But for now, if you have a question, just let me know and I'll talk about it and discuss it. So let me read this really quickly. Thank you, Lavender Brown, for the super chat. I think it's important to remember that abusers pick people who don't have the strength or are too naive to just leave. That is very true, because if you ever watch those scary horror movies where they always choose their victims wisely, right? It's always like, even like the movie The Skeleton Key, one of my favorite movies. People will sometimes pick their victims wisely. Like, even people who are predators and abusers of a lot of power, people pick their poison and choose their battles. People who, when people think that you could be a potential enemy, they have a tendency to take notes and analyze who they think you are and what they think they should expect based off of your actions, just in case you become an enemy. And if someone feels like you can overpower them and you might be a potential threat and they can't handle you, they more than likely will just let you leave and just leave it alone. People who are psychopathic and controlling and abusers, they pick their prey wisely. They know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. They know who's gonna put up with their shit and who won't put up with their shit. Been there, done that. Trust me, I know by experience. Let's see. Oh wow. Quincy was 3 years old when Diddy first started dating Kim Porter, his mom. Imagine knowing Diddy since 3 years old, bro. I would love to be a fly on that wall. I'm telling you, Quincy definitely saw some things. Quincy's the older one that was adopted. I'll be sure son. He's the light skinned one. I would love to be a fly on the wall as well because I'm sure Quincy has some stories. He'll never tell it because again, Diddy did take him in and Diddy adopted him and took very good care of Kim Porter's son. That wasn't even his son. That was I'll be Sure's son and Kim Porter's son. Quincy definitely saw some things, and I think out of fear of being kicked out of the legacy and the will and all that stuff, he definitely won't ever speak up. He'll never have the courage to say something yet, but I think he will, especially if more comes out, especially if we find out more information about his mother. Because I wouldn't be surprised if more information resurfaces and we find out more of the stuff he did that Diddy might have done to his mother. But Quincy will speak up soon. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, "Why did Choice tell me I need some punani? I'm married to a whole man." Oh, my bad. Okay, you're right. Maybe you just need a vacation. Okay, get your passport, go relax, take a breather, get you a nice glass of champagne and some wine, and then just relax. Okay, just relax. Fuck my charger. Okay. And then just relax and just vibe. You just sometimes you just need to recuperate and vibe. Sometimes, or how about this? Here's a cheaper idea. Go to the spa, get like a little facial with the spa, get a nice little massage, and then you'll be a whole new person. Sometimes you might be carrying a lot of tenseness in your body. Like, go pay $85 for a nice 30-minute massage. For a nice 1 hour massage, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me, that's maybe all you need. Let's see. Weed is a light hallucinant drug. It can it can warp your perspective and alternate your mind. It depends. It depends. Moderation is key for everything. Someone said, did Tori shoot the gun or was it Kelsey? I just told y'all like last live, I did it. I shot the bitch. I did it. I shot her. That's who did it. That's who did it. Because at this point, I'm tired of the fucking story. I'm tired of hearing about that. I appreciate the honesty. I quit smoking a year ago. Congrats. I love that movie. That movie fucked me up. You're talking about The Lovely Bones that I told you to watch? The Lovely Bones. Go watch that movie. Still to this day gives me the creep. That shit still like that movie still gives me the creeps to this day. I highly recommend y'all watch it. Because if there's one thing that'll always make my skin crawl, is that movie has a lot of deep spiritual perspectives about crossing the other side, predators, watching out for like people who have amazing pitch perfect images, but then being the most sinister people ever. Sometimes it could be somebody with the "hi guys" and yeah, and the like smooth pipsqueak chill voice, and then boom, that's the person that will likely kill you before anybody else. Do you think Jay has skeleton in his closet, or are you gonna make a video about him one day? One day, I feel like I'd rather just wait. You love the Lovely Bones because of your cousin. The Lovely Bones made me mad now because the lady had the wrong suspect in real life, which is crazy. Yeah. But then that man who ran off at the end of the movie, the killer, he ended up escaping. But then I remember in the movie they did a scene where years flew by and then he ended up dying just randomly. It's crazy because the movie is based on the book, and the book was actually a little bit different than the movie. Yeah, please go watch that film. You watched The Lovely Bones when you were like 6? Oh my god. That's scary. Why the fuck would your parents let you watch that at 6? But I don't blame them though. That movie can teach you a lot and not to trust people. Love the road choice. Thank you. The fuck is this criminal mind? Let's see. Choice, did you hear that the woman that wrote the script for Lovely Bones was essayed and falsely blamed a black man and he was in prison for years? he finally got freed and she didn't even apologize. I didn't even know about that. I didn't know about that at all. But yeah, I did hear about the writer for the Lovely Bones. I do remember her saying specifically that she was sexually assaulted. Yes, I do remember that. But I definitely didn't know that she blamed the black man who was innocent. When's the A7 video coming out? In due time. In due time. Give it some time. I'm waiting for more shit to unfold. You'll understand soon. Ooh, yes, I do. I never read the book, but people said the book is a lot more gory and a lot better because in the movie, when that girl got offered some Coca-Cola and a drink and she drank the soda, they went into more detail about what he did to their body. In the movie that we physically saw, it looked like she kind of just like was trapped in the little cellar and then she ran off. But then what we didn't realize was that was her spirit running off and her body was like dead and had been messed around with unconsciously. In the book, they go more into detail about what he physically did to her body. That's what's in the book. So if you want to be creeped out and get chills, ChatGPT or Google what was in the book about what that man did to that girl's body. Because in the movie, they wanted us to like interpret or think about what he might have did. Because the camera the camera really panned a different direction, and then she ran off. But it was really her spirit. It wasn't her. You stay bringing up the Lovely Bones, but I saw it in theaters when I was like 11. Definitely core memory. Oh yeah, that movie came out a long ass time ago. It's because I love it. I love it, but I haven't watched it since the early 2000s. And I don't know if I don't even know what I'll watch. I've seen it come on TV, and I'll just flip the channel. I don't want to watch it. I love the movie. I watched it like 10 times when I was a kid because I had it on DVD. That's enough for me. As a kid, I could handle it, but now as an adult, I don't know because I'm fearful that if I watch it now as an adult, like this, it's the same thing with most movies. When you watch a lot of movies as a kid, you like them, but then when you watch them as an adult, you have a more open, a little bit weirder perspective. Like, whoa, like, why the fuck was I watching this as a child? Wow. If Cassie knows something, she needs to speak up. I agree. If Cassie knows something, I hope she does speak up. But then again, sometimes when you're, it's kind of like that scene from 13 Reasons Why. You know what I mean? Like I remember there was a scene in 13 Reasons Why where some women kind of felt like it wasn't their story to tell when that Brad guy had like abused them and shit like that. And sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes it's not your story to tell. So sometimes if you see somebody get abused, if they want to come forward, let them come forward. You know what I mean? Because even if you, me, or anyone watching this has been abused or touched a certain way, like how Cassie was, or if you have your own story, you wouldn't want somebody telling your story on your behalf. Like, what if somebody said, "Oh yeah, I saw you be, I saw it, I saw the whole thing. This happened, that happened." You know, you wouldn't want anybody like speaking on your behalf. But I do feel like beyond if she saw somebody being abused, I feel like she saw a lot of creepy, weird, crazy, illegal activities that she might have saw, but she gonna keep her mouth shut because she want to make sure that she stays on the right side of history. So she'll tell the public enough of what they need to know. And I'm not saying she's not a victim. I'm not saying Cassie's not a victim. I'm just saying there got to be a little bit more to what she saw and what she knows. Because trust me, if he was physically violent like that to you in front of others, did you see what he did to others in front of you? Being with somebody for 11 years, I wonder if she saw a little bit more than she's letting on. I wonder if she has recorded convos. I wonder if she has like photos saved in her phone and archived in her emails and much more. The book is great too. I never read the book for the Lovely Bones, but just let me know. Um, let me know, like, let me know for those of you who read the book. Let me know if you actually prefer the book or the movie. Watching Lovely Bones more than once is crazy work. That movie is the type of movie you can only watch once. I watched it like 10 times as a kid because I had no fucking cable. I remember my sister's friend, they had like a whole bunch of DVDs and they just bought it. And we were just watching mad DVDs. We were watching Bruce Almighty. We were watching, what was it? The Blind Side a bunch of times. I watched Precious a bunch of times. That's when Precious had came out. Let's see, I watched I had the whole series of the Boondocks on DVD. I watched that a bunch of times. Then I watched The Lovely Bones a bunch of times. Then I had Paid in Full, and I don't really remember it, but I watched that a few times, but it put me to sleep because it just bored me as a kid. Let's see. He's probably done talking about the Ace family. I'm not done talking about it. It's just right now, I just honestly, I'm not. I don't have all my equipment. I don't have all my equipment, so I can't really talk about the Ace family, and I haven't finished doing the research yet. But I will talk about it, just not now. I'm just letting everything gradually and slowly unfold, and then I'll do a video, or maybe I will do a video sooner than expected. Hell, maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. Why not? Let's see. I saw the movie but enjoyed the book just as much. Oh, stop it! You're a natural. I've been catching these lives. Thank you, Kyla. If Cassie speaks up, even if it's for speculation, she could be saving kids' lives. Absolutely. Somebody, Bria said, you're obsessed with Cassie. I'm not obsessed with Cassie. I'm invested in the case. Invested in the case. And just going to let everything unfold. Let's see what happens. Because, again, this case isn't going to really wrap until, like, maybe October or, like, end of September. My connection is bad. Oh, my God. Like, can y'all see or hear me clearly? Because, I don't know. Maybe it might be you. Maybe you got to refresh your whole shit. Because I don't want my connection to be bad. I'm on full Wi-Fi. DDG's a psycho too. That interaction between him and the AI Hallie was disturbing. Huh. Oh, that's the halo effect you were talking about. Yep. The guy from the Lovely Bones. What was it? Diddy. Because you have like a lot of like beautiful and amazing labels and titles and accomplishments, people can only see you based off of your accomplishments, but never for who you truly are sometimes. Because sometimes we put people who have high accomplishments at a high pedestal. You know what I mean? Like the other, like for example, like I had a cousin that was a straight A student, honor student, and so much more. But she was one of the most manipulative, annoying, phoniest, manipulative people I've ever have to fucking put up with my entire life. And sometimes the halo effect makes people dismiss little things about you. Like if you're sweet and soft spoken, like, yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem. People sometimes will like look past the little fucked up shit you do because they're just like, oh yeah, like look at all these things that are attached to this person. They could never do that stuff. Or look at all those positive things they did to me. They could never be capable of doing that. Think again, motherfucker. That's why, like, even if somebody is a complete asshole, I'll always respect them. Where I'll always respect somebody for being real and being honest. Like, you gotta always respect somebody for being honest and upfront because those are people that usually just don't care to hide who they really are. People who are obsessed with like an image and maintaining an image and making themselves look good, those are the people that I always got to be skeptical of because you'll do anything to sustain your image when people put you on a pedestal. Thank you, Ripsy. I love her name. I remember there was a girl on Baggers Club named Ripsy. You should look at that. Is that your real name? I like your name. Ripsy said, I think it's important to acknowledge duality. She can be abused and compliant out of resourcefulness and survival instinct. That is very true. Cassie was in survival mode. When somebody's giving you money and treating you well and giving you all these cool things and opportunities, and they run the industry that you want to be a part of, Cassie was just like, well, I'm going to take these hits. I'm going to take these punches and do what I got to do to take care of myself and fend for myself. And when I'm ready, one day I'll expose him, maybe sell my story, maybe come up with a tell-all book and much more. Let's see. Not sure if you said this already, but yes, we know he's a psychopath, but he's also a government agent. We really have no clue what the fuck is going on. Kanye did say that. Kanye did say that Diddy was a government agent. You know what I mean? Kanye did say that Diddy was a part of the feds, and sometimes you really never know. Like Kanye may be crazy, but I don't know. Like looking back, Diddy might have been a federal informant. That's probably why he was protected for so long. Where in exchange, if he was able to turn people over and use his influence to take down people, he probably got immunity in a lot of things. Or probably got a slap on the wrist for a lot of other stuff. Kanye did say that Diddy was a Fed. First of all, thank you, Bree. Bree, artist said, been watching you for years, and I didn't know much about you, but that you keep it real. Do you have any siblings, and do you still travel? Yes, I do have siblings. I have approximately 3, and yes, I still travel, and I'm currently doing my thing now in Colombia. What up with the macaroni and cheese allegation with his mom? I'm not sure you're talking about. The man, yup, I agree. I started watching you after the Ace Family back and forth. A lot of people started watching me after the Ace Family back and forth. When I was making the Ace Family videos, I used to call them the Disgrace Family. Let's see. Austin McBroomstick, Caitlyn Jet. Like I had a lot of nicknames for them. I couldn't stand that couple channel. Well, they were a family channel. I couldn't stand them because of the scamming, the pretending to give money to charity, and then deducting how much they were actually going to give in real life, bragging about being so giving. And Austin would be like, guys, you know me and Catherine are always giving back. That guy was a manipulator to sit around and always brag about giving back to others. And then he would always be like, guys, listen, all these allegations, if you guys are our real Ace family members, you guys know, like our real Ace family members, they know the truth. They had these little ass kids in a fucking chokehold, believing all the shit they said. And now their little ass kid parents are all grown up. Who can they manipulate and twist now? Diddy was the first Travis Scott student died at the college party. Yes. Before Diddy really blew up, he threw a party on a college campus back in the 90s. I think this was back in 93. I could be bugging, but back in 93, he threw a big fucking party and everybody got crushed to fucking death in the fucking like crowd because it was so many people, and then it was like this crazy ass scene, and then it was chaotic, and everybody was like stomping on each other, and multiple people were injured and died. Let's see. Yep. Milano said, why do you ignore the blackmailing Diddy has over people to control them? Not to mention the drugs he got them hooked on. I did mention that a little bit. I did mention that because Diddy was a tweaker. You know, I mentioned that when I said he was a tweaker. When someone's a drug addict, they usually have a lot of cameras all over their place because they're terrified of somebody like watching them. They're terrified of somebody sneaking up on them while they're not sober. They're terrified of somebody having a one up on them while they're not sober. And yeah, Diddy probably had a lot of he had a lot of blackmail on people. So a lot of people probably be quiet because they're scared of some shit coming out about them. So out of fear of shit coming out about you, you'll stay quiet. It'll keep your ass from not talking if you know that somebody got you on camera, sniffing a little bit of, drugs, and then acting the fool. And he also had videos and footage of Cassie acting the fool as well. So it does kind of make sense why she was quiet for 11 years and still continue to benefit off his resource. Because I heard her, she started like this. Well, if he has all this blackmail on me and he wants to keep me under control, the least I can do is obviously benefit as much as I can and make this work in my favor. And every time she tried to leave, he would keep crawling back, pulling her back in. Wow. I heard Cassie made $30 million and $10 million from the hotel for hiding the footage and $20 million from Diddy. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly how much she got paid, but she definitely made over $30 million. And the hotel definitely gave her a little settlement because they did keep the footage hidden for a long time. When that footage came out of Diddy dragging her out the hotel in the hotel hallway and pulling her back into the room after a freak off, Cassie did say on the stand that she did get a settlement from the hotel. And I think it was I'm not sure, I think it was the Intercontinental. I believe so. And that's $1 billion hotel. That's a very successful hotel. So for them to literally go out their way to hide shit like that, that's awful. That's really bad press. So I wouldn't blame them if they gave Cassie a little settlement to keep her mouth shut and to let it go. But somebody had a copy of that footage just in case they ever needed it. Yep. Somebody said, why is nobody talking about Winter? Because she's been exposed in that family. I made a video about that a long time ago. And I'm so glad I did it because I was the only person that made a YouTube video about it because, society doesn't read anymore. Winter wrote a book, and I actually read her book, and that's why I was able to make a video about it. I read her whole book. I read both her books, actually. She's a pretty talented writer. I'll give her that. Let's see. Quincy isn't even his. Do you really think he's going to get money for him? I wonder why he isn't with his real dad. I mean, his real dad kind of abandoned him, and Kim Porter essentially was with Diddy, and Diddy took Quincy. Ooh, shit. Shit. I'm gonna drop some shit. Spilled my fucking soda. Oh my god. Ugh. God. Hate when I spill some shit. This Airbnb already dusty as fuck. Not really. It's actually a nice Airbnb. The last thing I want is these fucking fucking ants pulling up on me. I do not want ants. I do not like ants. Ugh. Let's see. I don't think Quincy wants the money. I could divide the Diddy goons will run up on Quincy. Quincy already lost his mom. He ain't trying to lose himself, his own life. Not at all. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, why they dragging Choice? I talked about that earlier in this live. If you missed that part where I talked about it, watch the playback or just look up Choice TV Reddit. And there's a bunch of Reddit threads about me doing. Listen, I didn't even know Reddit was dragging me until somebody told me recently. I didn't even know there was that many threads on me about Reddit on Reddit. But yeah, it happens. It happens. Let's see. Somebody said we love you on Lipstick Alley, especially when you dragged Mary Jane. Y'all gave me so much love after that video where I exposed the girl who was out here, the scam traveler, Mary Jane Byram. I know people are tired of me saying that fucking name, but I got so much love from Lipstick Alley, and a lot of people like because there's threads about her, like taking people's money, scamming people, doing little fake little shops where she's selling stuff out her closet and never shipping the products. And people on that site, they hate her. Like, they do not like her. And yeah, I got a lot of love after that. Let's see. I just saw a headline that said Bill Maher blames Diddy accuser for not coming forward sooner. He sucks. I'm gonna have to do more research because sometimes these headlines be taking shit out of context and be just trying to generate clickbait so they can get money on ads. Let's see. Somebody said I did watch Final Destination. Final Destination was good. That was a really good one. It wasn't bad. I watched it in Spanish in Colombia recently. Final Destination isn't bad at all. I'll be honest. That wasn't a bad one. I watched it in Spanish, though, so I could practice my Spanish. Let's see. Let me catch up with the comments. Cassie saw some ish. If Diddy was free, he would still have control over her 100%. Let's see. He probably got as many lawsuits as Trump. Shit, he probably got more. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me read this. I love you so much. Thank you, what is it? Janilsa Jerez. That's an interesting name. Thank you, Janilsa Jerez. I've never heard Jerez before. What's your ethnicity, Janilsa, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see. What do you think of Natalie trying to big back off of Kai Streamer University concept with Baddie University? Baddie University? You know, that's not that bad of an idea. Baddie University. But then why the fuck does Natalie keep trying to monetize the whole bad girl, baddie thing? Natalie, why don't you just have your own fucking show at this point? You know what I mean? Like, do we need another demonic show of her exploiting young girls and making them slap and punch each other and embarrass themselves? I mean, honestly, the Baddie University, it has a good ring to it, but it'd be foolish, actually. Let's see. I'm sorry, let me try to read this. Diddy's mom was an accomplice. They were hiding money in her name. Of course, that's been done for years. But she'll probably be in court very soon anyways. Is it bad to have a boyfriend, but I have the urge to only sleep with a female for the one time? No shade. I'm satisfied with this man, but for some odd reason, I have the urge for a woman's touch. Why don't y'all just have a threesome? Or maybe you're just not attracted to him like that anymore. Maybe you're not straight. You're probably just pansexual and you probably just lean towards that woman more. But if not, I mean, pitch an idea for a threesome or some shit. I mean, maybe spice things up a little bit. But I hope you're not out here cheating. Definitely don't be cheating on that man at all, unless y'all are separated, which that case is different. But don't cheat on that man. Let's see. Wait, hold on. What? So did anyone see that post about Diddy's mom putting jizz on the mac and cheese, or am I tripping? You might be tripping. I ain't hear that shit. I don't know where the hell you got that from. Choice, I would love a coffee meet and greet with you. Where do you live, beach cowgirl? Got to be careful, especially the cheap spa. There's floating condoms in the pool. Ew. I'm sorry. There's so many comments. I realized I'm not even starting at the bottom. Some of y'all are just like, wait, what the fuck? Where are you reading? Let me read these comments. Sorry. Oh, hey, Diamond. You're always in the lives. I appreciate the love. So, hold on. Diamond said, anyone else wonder what happened between Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley? He's been silent through his whole thing. I wonder why he quit. I think Farnsworth Bentley, who was Diddy's former assistant, is just out of the limelight. He was Diddy's assistant in the early 2000s. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Thank you, Cyrus Cherry. Finally caught alive. Mwah. Thank you for catching alive. I'm happy that you're joining us. Let's see. I wonder why he slapped Drake. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Wasn't talking to you when I said that comment. I was talking about the weird Dulce lady. Who do you think Diddy is going down? Oh, why do you think Diddy is going down and not the others? Okay. Others will be definitely going down with him. I feel like Diddy's just the fall guy. I think they want somebody else. I think there's somebody elite and on top that they truly want. Where if they're like, if you give us this person, we'll let you go. Regular born women get called trans women, and it's sad choice. I hate it. Yeah, I mean, people. Listen, I feel like if somebody calls you a trans woman and you were born a woman, like a born a female, I think it's a compliment to some degree because some trans women be looking real good with like the makeup and the hair and the lashes and this. Maybe it's low key a compliment sometimes, but sometimes, I mean, I guess some people might use it like in a degrading way. But if somebody is questioning whether you're a female or not, it might be because they think you look too damn good to be true. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, can we get an Airbnb room tour? Maybe next time. Because I'm going to be here for a good minute. Not now. Next time. Yeah, Quincy cares about his sisters too. I'm busy. 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 Okay. All right. Good night. Take care. We'll catch up later. That's a long story. I definitely got to start renting entire homes. When you travel, oh my God. I'll tell you that later. I'm busy. That's a long story. Matter of fact, oh my god. I'm like, the house could be on fire, but if somebody's interrupting me while I'm filming, I'm gonna be a little irritated. Because it's like, oh my god. Okay, I'll tell y'all about that later. Oh my gosh. I thought sleep. I thought she was asleep. I thought she was. Thank you, Yana, for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Sometimes when you're in an Airbnb, sometimes you can literally rent out private rooms because it saves you mad money. I'm sorry. I'm just trying my best to like catch my train of thought because y'all got me laughing in the fucking comments. Who that? Right? Estoy ocupado. You spelled it wrong. Why'd you spell like that? Ocupado? Listen, hold on. Let me catch up. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, not at all. So I'm not even gonna read that comment out loud. Let me see. Don't exit this. Don't edit this out. I won't edit it out at all, actually. Somebody said, let's see. Choice was getting bust down. What? I'm sorry. Wait, what? Was getting bust down before this? Right? Listen, let me just tell you this, okay? Sometimes when I travel, it's always fun to like stay in hostels and to also rent out private bedrooms because it saves you money. You know what I mean? Like when you're in somebody's house, you can rent out a private bedroom. Sometimes it's nice, it's spacious. You get a little bathroom right there, mirror, you get a little flat screen TV, you get AC up there. And sometimes it just saves you money in the long haul when you just have a private room. But sometimes maybe it's better if you just have an entire place. Because listen, I would love to have like a private place all to myself that's real nice and luxury, but it preserves my income whenever I rent out somewhere out of the country in a bedroom. Like when I get my own private bedrooms that are my own private place, it helps preserve shit. That's a long story. Let's just change the subject. Let's shift gears really quickly. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I just got a notification from YouTube telling me that they age restricted my last live. Okay, now I'm upset. YouTube just sent me a fucking notification saying we just age restricted your last live. Hold on, give me a second. No. It's not that I didn't deny it. It's just no. That's not what that is. I have a private room. I have my own room. Sorry. Meet me. Anyways, let me come back really quickly. Hold on. YouTube just age restricted my old live. Not this live, but the live before that. I'm a little frustrated. They told me they have to age restrict it because they feel like it violates community guidelines. I'm so fucking upset. Why would they do that? Yeah, my last live got age restricted. I worked mad hard on that. Why would they do that? Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I'm appealing it. My last live stream, the one before this, got age restricted where I talked about Hollywood and this, that, and the third. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking about a lot of crazy shit and like demonic forces and people drinking blood. And let me stop because with videos it's different, but with live streams I can't really edit stuff out. So if I get too deep on a certain subject, I kind of got to scale back a little bit because sometimes YouTube has like crazy ass censorship rules where if you talk about certain things, you get age restricted. And people swear sometimes I'm being dramatic. Like other creators would be like, "Oh yeah, you can say that. There's nothing wrong with that." But when you create a channel, when you have the kind of channel that I have about media and, you know, shit like societal issues and cultural issues, sometimes YouTube be like watching you like a microscope. So you got to be extra careful. Pardon me. Yes, I have my own room. Really? So, okay, you were going in on the topics. I definitely was. And somebody said, my husband doing that on TikTok, like for them, they approved this, that I was showing my body. LOL, like what? To be honest, I got banned from live too. Yeah, I gotta chill because I don't want to be logged out and X out of live. Because sometimes I want to actually talk about a lot of things, but hold on. It's not that YouTube watches my lives and my videos where I talk about a lot of subjects and things. It's just that sometimes if I'm going too deep on a subject, YouTube can have a habit of just being like, fuck, I'm tired of my fucking charger unplugging. It's just that sometimes if I get too passionate about certain things, YouTube can kind of just be like, we're not going to let you monetize this, which is so fucking upsetting. That's why I was so happy that I told everybody to thumbs up my last live stream and it got so many likes because it was such a good live stream about Hollywood things, societal issues. And people were asking me like, why are you asking for so many likes? Like what is it about the likes that help you? The likes prevent me from getting shadow banned. So if you're watching this live right now, please, for the love of God, give this a thumbs up because they literally just flagged and age restricted my last live stream, which means it's going to get way less views, which means I can't monetize it, which means less people are going to see it. It's not going to get pushed in recommendations. And only people who follow me or search my videos are likely going to see it. Or another thing, people have to be 18 and up or log into a YouTube account to actually watch it to prove that they're 18 and up. So sometimes that can really suck whenever you watch, whenever I like do lives and they flag them, or when I do YouTube videos and they flag them. You know what I mean? And Lovely T has talked about this too. They just be flagging shit because you can't really freely express yourself anymore. And it's frustrating because there's people who are legit showing like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube has luckily knuckled down on it a little bit. People be showing like cleavage in the thumbnails. People talk about all kinds of crazy shit on the internet and so much more. And secret society type stuff. In the minute I come on, it's just I get it. I can't even get too upset. It's just I get it. YouTube has pretty much cleaned itself up. I used to be the person where it'd be like, oh yeah, they're just trying to come for a young person of color, trying to do good things. Nah, it's just YouTube has just changed a lot. They're trying to move into the direction of TV and broadcasting and so much more. And commentary is just still lucrative, but like you got to step on eggshells. That's why sometimes like I gotta say the R word, or sometimes I gotta be like Vaseline. Like when I was talking about how I don't want to get the Kobe jab, I had to call it that, and people were just like, "Why are you calling it that?" Or like when I did a video about the vaccinations, I had to call them vaccinations instead of the. So I couldn't say. Had to actually say vaccinations or the jabs or the Kobe's because YouTube just they censor a lot of shit and it's kind of frustrating. That's why I post a lot of stuff for my podcast. So if you've never seen my podcast or you're not subscribed to my Patreon, definitely subscribe to my Patreon or go watch my podcast where I talk about a lot of crazy shit. Because there's some things that I talk about my podcast, like secret society stuff, personal story times that I know, oh hell no, like YouTube would never let me post this stuff. Because there was a point in time where YouTube was on my ass about every fucking thing I did. There was a point in time where I would post a video and it would literally get striked before I even fucking posted it. Like I would literally leave it on unlisted. Unlisted means that it's private and only certain people can watch it, right? Only certain people who have the link can watch it. And then eventually it got to a point where I would leave some shit on unlisted and then I would like make it public when I was ready. And I would come back to my YouTube dashboard and it already got striked. I'm like, what the fuck? They already striked it? But granted, I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of my videos be crazy as fuck, and my titles be kind of crazy too. So I can't even make a big deal about it because my titles do get a little bit crazy. Choice is good at changing the topic. I'm really good at that. Yeah, crazy, right? Right. Some viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. That's why I put that at the beginning of all my videos because I knew I was controversial. I knew I'm a passionate person that talks about crazy shit. So I put that little that little disclaimer at the beginning of all my videos to let people know, like, hey, like it's gonna get spicy over here. So if you come here expecting a Disney princess, think again. I'm going to be talking about a lot of deep, interesting shit. Let's see. Trace, would you go to the country Fiji? It's so beautiful. I would go there. I would go there because they allow most people to literally come. Like Fiji is the most open country ever in terms of like not needing a visa to go. I would go to Fiji. Are you back in the USA? Nope. What's next for you in terms of your goals? I'm going to try to come back and be more consistent with my podcast because I feel like I've neglected it. I wouldn't mind producing a TV show one day and pitching it to a streaming platform. Something else I want to do for a while, but haven't really gotten around to doing it. I'd rather just keep it on the low until I finish it and wrap it up. Now that ChatGPT is around, I'll have a lot more help because there's a lot more things I want to create, like books and shit like that. Now that I have ChatGPT around to help me, I can get a lot more stuff done. I'm also going to try to create more content on both my YouTube channels because, as y'all know, I do have 2 YouTube channels. And my second YouTube channel, I'm just not as consistent on it as I would like to be. I'm not consistent. And I hate that. So I definitely will be back on my bullshit with my second channel. Certain words trigger AI 100%. Let's see. Choice, I miss your unpopular opinions videos and your conspiracy theories. I'll bring more of that back soon. Everybody like the live. Yes, please everybody like the live because I'm a little bit like thrown off. Like my energy got thrown off. That's why I'm all laid back because I got the notification that YouTube just age restricted my last live, which sucks because I told so many people thumbs up my last live because they saw that I said I was being shadow banned and suppressed. But anyways, let me get right back on topic. Ooh, somebody said, Trace, that whole roommate trying to walk in on you. But I'm sorry, but the whole roommate walking in on you reminded me of when you were vacuuming and that lady that lived next door was like, can you stop banging? That was a horrible story. Oh my God. That's why I don't do roommates in the real world. I mean, I wouldn't mind like renting my roommate, renting a bedroom in my apartment temporarily for like financial gain, of course, and I've done that before. But as far as like having a long-term roommate, probably not. Like if I have to get a long-term roommate, I'd rather just get the fuck out of like America or go somewhere that's way cheaper than having to get a roommate. Like I'll be damned. You know what I mean? I don't like being around too many people, or I don't like people bringing people around me too much, or I don't like certain people's energy in my home. It's a lot of shit that goes into it. So let's see. Okay. Oh my God. 661 likes. I mean, that's pretty good. If you're watching this live, please be sure to give a like and a thumbs up. I'm gonna start reading some questions now. I was a little bit sidetracked and distracted. Glasses choice. I know, motherfucker. I know. You're right, darling. I definitely do need glasses. I told this in my last live stream why I don't have glasses. I did once have glasses, yes, but then when somebody robbed my ass and oh my God, like this was years ago. This was like when I was in high school. I had prescription glasses and somebody robbed my ass and I like hung onto their car and they dragged me with their car and then my glasses got busted and then I like twisted and turned like on the road because I was trying to like yank on their cars to get my phone back. They literally a group of boys literally stole my phone when I was in high school. And then my glasses got smashed up. And ever since then, I never cared for prescription glasses. I was like, oh, fuck it. Them shits was already a lot of work to get. I'm not getting some new ones. And I never got new ones. That was a long-ass time ago, though. So let's see. Somebody said, let's see. Choice, I feel like you lived 10 lives. I've been here since the beginning. I feel like I've definitely lived 10 lives. A lot of it just comes with being open to growth. Skincare, I already talked about that in my last live. A silk pillowcase, a good quality silk pillowcase, and then lots of water and genetics. And then stick to one moisturizer. You don't need like 17 moisturizers. Yes, when you invite somebody into your space, you're inviting their energy as well. That's a good point. I could just get contacts. Let's see. Never get you when you're live. I talked about a lot of stuff. You missed out on a lot. That toxic shit online almost 10 years of being a fan. Thank you so much. I'll never get bored of you. Thank you so much, Zincy. I appreciate that. 727. Oh my god, thank you everyone that's liking the live. Best CMOS. My favorite CMOS is Red's Kitchen on Amazon or their website. Red's Kitchen Sink. Do you know Evaneer Entertainment? No, I don't. Wait, I'm sorry. I know I missed it. Somebody told me Storm Monroe was in the building. Storm Monroe was in here. I remember I saw that earlier, but I got distracted. Was Storm Monroe in here? If he was, let me know if he was. Let me know. Because I don't know if somebody was just saying that or what. But thanks if Storm Monroe was in here. Thank you for showing up and coming through. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, this is your first live that you watched. Thank you, Darlene. I'm happy that you made it. Let's see. Stephanie Soul made videos about the Diddy case. I didn't see that. Let's see. Do you think the top streamers will be relevant in 5 years? Their core demographics will be. I'm so fucking tired of my shit on coming out the charger. There we go. Do you think the top streamers will be relevant in 5 years? Their core demographics will be in college by then. So I've been on YouTube for a long time. I've been on here for like, it's about to be 10 years in like the next 2 months or so, right? And I have seen so many people come and go. I think Kai Snap will be around for a while, but I don't think a lot of other streamers and content creators will be around because being on here for like a decade, so many people come and go when the bulk of their content is just children watching them and supporting just, I guess you could say, them making an ass out of themselves. So I do think a lot of content creators will disappear and be gone. A lot of them get burned out. Some of them get fed up of how much money they're not making anymore. Endorsement deals are cool, but after a while, they do fizzle out unless you have a established, consistent audience. So if you don't have an audience that will grow with you, a lot of content creators will fade out into obscurity. I always give the average content creator like 5 years. Okay, you've been doing consistently well for about a year. Can you do consistently well for 5 years? If you can do consistently well for 5 years, then you'll be around for a long time. But if that 5-year mark goes by and I don't see you being consistently eating, then you're not going to be around. Because there's so many content creators that have only been around for like 2 to 3 years, blew up a little bit before the pandemic, blew up during the pandemic, and then they just fizzled out. So let's see. Give everybody 5 years. But again, I don't think a lot of these content creators and streamers will be around for long. I think it's all just a trend. And I think eventually when money dries up or the streaming bag starts to shift a little bit, most of them will just leave. Let's see. Or if they find a way to replace all these streamers with mainstream celebrities. Like if mainstream celebrities try to get on the Twitch and the streaming bandwagon, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them just couldn't get the same deals anymore. But what it means to be a celebrity has kind of shifted a little bit. Now, YouTubers, streamers, and TikTok influencers are the new big name celebrities. No one gives a fuck about what somebody who has like 10 agents and 10 publicists have to say. Oh my God, Choice, thank you for going live again. Just finished watching your other live replay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for even watching that old live. That was like, what, 3-hour long live? It was a great live. Beyonce was her new man. Choice, you be wearing your sunscreen. I've never worn sunscreen ever. I wore it once at Coachella and it had some like on my back, but then after that, I just didn't care. I don't wear sunscreen. I've only worn it once in my entire life. I've just never needed it. I just have never needed it. I think it just depends on your genetics and the pigment of your skin, but I've never needed it. I've never gotten sunburn in my entire life. Storm Monroe wasn't here. Well, shout out to him. Shout out to Storm Monroe for coming through in here. Have you ever experienced something unexplained or supernatural? There was one time when I was in bed and I felt somebody spooning me. Like I was just lying in bed. I lit a nice little candle right next to my bed. And as I was laying down, I felt somebody like spooning against me. And I was like, what the fuck? And that was like a couple of years ago. That was probably like 3 years ago. But yes, I have. Absolutely. Let's see. How you feel about Tia Kemp? Tia Kemp is fucking hilarious. I hope she starts acting soon. Have you ever experienced something? I mean, I already read that. Still in Africa? No, I'm not still in Africa. Choice, do you use the CMOS? Yes, I still use it, but not as much as I used to. 745 likes. Yes, y'all, please like the live, please. Let's see. Anyways, yes, I did used to watch Heat Flawless. His name is Kenneth, actually. He's actually a cool guy. I used to DM him sometimes. He's actually a really nice person. Oh, Evanir. He's a content creator from Miami. That's why I asked you guys are both ironically my comfort channels. I've never heard of him. Evener. Evener. I went to high school with a boy named Evener. I've never heard of this person though. Let's see. That's a great question. I think I'll be around for a long time, but not Aiden or Speed. No, Speedy, what's his name? Speed. I show Speed. He is huge. So many fucking like videos. Huge fan base in Spain. Huge fan base in Latin America, and he's a big YouTube troll. Like he's funny. He's entertaining. He's witty. I Show Speed will probably be wealthy for a long time, but as far as like being famous for a long time, I don't think so. Aiden Ross does a lot of his trolling. I don't know if he'll be around for a long time. I think he'll be around a little bit longer than the average person, but I don't know if he'll be around for a long time. Yes, it has. Me and my brother are still close. I'm still trying to catch up. Jay-Z has a baby with Ananda Lewis. This is why she was blackballed. Ananda Lewis does not have a kid with Jay-Z. I've never heard no shit like that in my life. Yeah, I Show Speed's pop outside the US. He's very popular. So I think he'll be around for a little bit, but not that long. I'll give him about 3 more years. Just my personal opinion. Thank you for the 199 super chat, Dr. Courtney's It. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my God. Someone said I've been watching since you used to film in the gym. Telesignal, the background noise. That's a real one. That was a long ass time ago. Shout out to you. Let's see. They're on Tubi. I hate it. What the fuck? This person says, thank you for the super chat. First of all, Dean Gordon. Choice, how do you use your CMOS? I boil it. Well, first I soak it in water so it can expand. When you soak CMOS in water, it expands. Then it softens it a little bit. I throw a little bit in the blender, little by little, because you can't put too much because then it'll get too thick. Put a little handful in the blender. Put a good amount of water that matches the handful. Well, no, actually I forgot. I boil it. After you soak it in the water, let the water soak it. You clean it and wash it like how you wash chicken if you want to. You take your sea moss, you boil it in hot water, and then you take the remains of the boiled sea moss and then you blend it until it's smooth. There's YouTube videos. I take it as gel, or I'll take it in capsules, or I'll take it in a powder and I'll just eat it and down it, or I'll just put it in my tea. So let's see. Oh my God, Dara, you said hi, Troy. I sent a super chat yesterday, but you never read it. I was asking for itinerary tips for Morocco. Okay, I'm sorry, Dara. I didn't see your message. You said I never read it. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna get right back to you. I'm gonna make sure I answer you now. Let's see who's gonna tell him. Favorites. Thank you again, Dr. Courtney, for super chat. Let me see. Hold on. Love your videos. Thank you again. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Michaela, for the super chat. Okay, so this person asked me for itinerary ideas for super chat. I'm gonna answer it now because I'm sorry I didn't read your super chat. I'm sorry. It's so many comments and sometimes I can't keep up. By the way, make sure you guys thumbs up the live stream. Please thumbs up the live stream. Oh my god, they already done pissed me off because they already fucking age restricted my last shit, and I'm so pissed off because now my next live stream is gonna be shadow banned. Ugh. Anyways, please be sure to like the live stream, and I appreciate everyone that did like the live stream so far. And let me know when we hit like 800, 900, 1K likes. The goal is 1K likes. Hopefully, we can get there. And so far, we've been on here for an hour, so that's pretty impressive. Okay. Oh, 780 likes. Okay. Please be sure to like the live stream. Okay, Dare, I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna shut up now. Okay. Hi, Trace. Okay, you said I was asking for itinerary tips from Morocco. Okay. I'm gonna answer your question. So itinerary tips for Morocco. Morocco is literally one of my favorite countries ever. Brazil and Morocco are like my favorite places in the world to travel to. The people are very fucking charming and flirtatious and fun, and people are so chill and down to earth and welcoming, and everything's so cheap. I love Brazil and Morocco, but Morocco is the place that I go to if I really want to save money. So if you really want to have a good, fun, normal touristy experience that's safe, I would say go to Marrakesh, or Marrakesh is what they say. Marrakesh is like the big party city. So I would say Marrakesh is like Las Vegas. So it's fun, it's touristy. A lot of people speak English, and you meet people from all over the world. People from Denmark, Switzerland, Italy, the UK. Some Americans, but not as many Americans as you would think. There's not many Americans. I only met a handful, but there weren't many. People from like Portugal, people from all like I met a woman from fucking Brazil there. It is such a major international city because it's the best place to get nice clothes and sweaters and t-shirts and sandals and jewelry and so much cheap jewelry. Go to Marrakesh. My advice for you too is to also use the train because they have a train system in Morocco that takes you to all the major cities. Use the train, take the train, it takes you and go to Casablanca, which is the capital. No, not the capital. That's like their major city. Go to Casablanca, which is like the Chicago of Morocco. Huge skyscrapers, big, beautiful small towns, beautiful suburbs. Go to Casablanca. And then after that, go to Tangier. Tangier used to be a part of Spain, and the Spanish used to own it, and then they gave it back to the Moroccans. Tangier is the most breathtaking place you'll ever fucking see. And Morocco is my little hidden gem. Sometimes when I go to Morocco, I think to myself, how does nobody ever, like, why don't a lot of people come here? Like, a lot of people do go there, but I'd be thinking to myself, this is my little gem. Like, a lot of people don't come here, and it's so cheap. Oh my God. You could literally just have fun and enjoy yourself. If you want more information and more detailed stuff that I can give you, feel free to email me or DM me on Instagram or tweet me. I always check my Twitter, but most people don't tweet me. So you'll definitely catch me if you tweet me. Also, if you're in Morocco, please keep in mind, get a one-way ticket because there's so many other countries that you could fly to for cheap if you're in that part of the world. When you're in North Africa, it's so well located that you can bounce and go to other places. So do that. If y'all have any like questions about countries I've gone to, for most people watching this, just email me. If I don't respond, DM me on Instagram or tweet me, or just comment under like my Instagram post and say, "Hey, Choice, check your email. My name is so and so. Check your email," and then I'll see it, and then I'll check it personally for you. More itinerary stuff. Always book your excursions on Airbnb. Sometimes people like to go on those tour websites like TripAdvisor to book excursions. Don't do that because they're charging you crazy ass prices for excursions and tours. Book your excursions on Airbnb. There's people really putting stuff on Airbnb, the experience tab. That's like my biggest travel hack. Even if you're like in Mississippi or Idaho or wherever, the Airbnb app is lit because it's not just people renting out apartments and homes. There's a whole tab where like if you put like any country, let's say you want to go to Switzerland, right? Let's say you want to go to Interlaken, Switzerland. Instead of clicking homes, there's a tab that says, I'm sorry, I got a better idea. Oh shit. Fuck. Let me spill my fucking soda again. I'm sorry. Give me a second. This is way better. Let's say I want to go from this day to that day, and I go to this. There's people literally doing selling excursions. Like if somebody wants to give you a tour of their hometown, food tours, shopping tours, don't go on the home tab, go on the experience tab. And those are all types of things you could literally book in any city you're in, even if you're in America, even if you're in Africa. There's people literally offering to, like, even if you're in your hometown and you don't have shit to do, if you have friends or family coming over, go on the Airbnb app, click on the little experience tabs, and there's so many cool things: helicopter rides, horseback riding. If you don't know what to do in your own city, go on the Airbnb app. And that's what I recommend for you if you want to go to Morocco. Do it. But I'm not gonna lie, the men in Morocco are a little crazy, right? I'm a male, and I even had crazy experiences with males kind of being kind of creepy and following me and doing weird stuff and fondling themselves and winking at me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had one guy harassing me at KFC. Like, I thought he was just being friendly, but basically he was like shaking my hand, like saying nice to meet you, and he was like tickling my palm. Like, he was like this. He was like, and he like kept trying to like talk to me. I told him, "Oh, no Arabic, parle français," because I can understand a little bit of French, and he did it. So I gave him my phone while I was enjoying my food at KFC, trying to have my alone time, and he literally typed on my phone something, and then I read it, and it said, "Would you like to come to my apartment and fuck me?" He literally wrote that, something along those lines, and I literally looked at it, and I was just like, I literally looked at it, and I took it, and I typed something right back, and this is what I said. I typed, "How much money are you gonna give me?" And I showed it to him. He looked at it, and he was like, and he left literally like in a matter of 2 minutes. Like, I didn't even fucking see I didn't even see the door. He left so fast, the door didn't even hit his ass on the way out. Like, he just zoomed out and left. Yeah, but the men are very like intense, And the reason why a lot of them are like that is because they believe that the foreigners like the attention. Because Arab men, I'm gonna be honest with you, Arabs, because a lot of Morocco is Arabs, right? Like, they're mixed Arabs and mixed Africans, like, they're Arabs for the most part. They're very assertive. Like, Moroccan men, like, if you want to get like your head hyped up and you want to get catcalled everywhere you go, Morocco. Even if you're a man, I kid you not, like, they're not bold, they're not shy at all. They're very bold. Like, they will say some shit to you. Like, people will like follow you and shit like that. Like, I remember, oh my god, I had a lot of experiences. Like, I would be trying to buy pomegranate juice or mango juice, and I would have guys like near the little, like, basically working and just be like this, like, just wink at me. Then I had like one server at a restaurant when I was in Marrakesh, Morocco, and he was just being friendly and saying, "Hi, where are you from? How are you?" Just being friendly and positive and just being welcoming. And then out of nowhere, he literally sat next to me and he was like, "Ah, yes, you're from America. Wow. Maybe me and you, we go to America, we get married, we get big nice house together." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Like, just being cool, just trying to enjoy and like enjoy the vibe and wait for my food to come. And then he was like, "My friend, let me tell you something. I have very, very big dick for you. I have very big dick. I have dick like this, like very big, very big." Like, he literally held up his phone and was like, "I'm very big. I send for you on WhatsApp if you want." And I was immediately creeped out and sketched out. But I was entertained by the conversation because my food hadn't come yet. So I ended up giving him my WhatsApp, and I didn't reply to his punk ass at all. I was like, "Yeah, I ain't responding, bitch. Thanks for the free entertainment while I wait for my food, bitch." That was my mentality. Sorry, let me start reading these comments. When I was in Vegas, my dumb New Yorker ass walked outside without shoes. You must have been faded. Beyonce is really 50 years old. I've heard rumors about her lying about her age for years. The first thing you book and pay for, I just pay for my flight. That's it. And then I book the excursions as I go. The excursions I'll book when I land, because some excursions you can't get your money back. So it's best to honestly just wait till you get there and then book them as you go. Unless you're trying to see like the Italian Colosseum, like those tourist things, those things are going to be booked like fucking crazy. Like the Empire State Building, that shit you have to book in advance. But I book my stuff when I land, just in case I miss it or something happens. Let's see. Somebody said, Lord Trace, don't talk about these Moroccan men. Again, you told us 1,000 times. Listen, they made a mark, okay? They've made a mark on me. Like, I have so many fucking stories. Some aren't even appropriate to even tell on YouTube. I just tell the ones that are fair enough to tell. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's a KFC out there. Listen, a lot of countries love KFC, but everybody makes KFC different. They got KFC in Colombia, Trinidad, Jamaica, China, South Africa, Kenya, like Morocco, Egypt. Like everybody got KFC. And it's not nasty like how it is in America. It's better in other countries. Someone said choice, but how can you trust Airbnbs when the person you rent from has full access to it? I saw a video of this individual who had the owner sneak in while they were sleeping. You lock the door or you ask if you have a key for your room. That's it. And also just make sure you look at the reviews. Don't just book an Airbnb with no reviews or an excursion on Airbnb with no reviews. If there's good reviews, you might have a good chance of it being a good deal. Sorry, it's not funny. He saw the big fat ass in a Moroccan accent. Oh my God. You remember that story. That story is crazy. Those 3 young men in Morocco just kept following me and just following me and following me and following me in the market. If you're a woman, I don't recommend Morocco solo unless you are very strong-willed and patient. Because listen, if you're a woman, even if you heavy set and fat as fuck, listen, like I know a big girl who told me that she went to Morocco and she said she walked out of there with the biggest confidence she's ever had because those men would like whisper, call her thick and beautiful and juicy and all types of shit. But yeah, if you're a woman solo and you're not good with too much attention, I don't recommend it at all. If you're going to go to Morocco as a woman, you better make sure you're covered up like this. And even at that, you'll still get a lot of attention. Just, yeah, they don't have filters over there. They don't understand sometimes common courtesy, but it still really is a lit country. It's so much fun. Like the best weather you'll ever experience in your entire life. The food is amazing and people are so kind. Oh my God. Like I had this really nice woman who was like 5'5" who offered to help me with my big ass luggage. She was like, would you like some help? She was just so like, people are very sweet and kind. Like that's why I like it there. Like I've never experienced so much genuine niceness, especially when you're a foreigner. They're so welcoming because they're honored that you go to their country. But anyways, let me read some of these comments. Trace, don't give people your phone. Hell, my name is from you, darling. Oh, really? Interesting, darling. Your name is an old French term. I know that can be so uncomfortable. As someone who is Middle Eastern, lots of Middle Eastern men are on the DL and try to act macho. A lot of that stems from cultural suppression because a lot of men who are Arab and from the Middle East, they're kind of taught to like shrink themselves and hold on to their desires. You know, they're repressed from being and feeling human because they're told that it's demonic and it's low energy and it holds them back in life. And that discipline can make them drive them crazy and make them go crazy, make them do crazy things. So yeah. And then also Morocco, considering it's an Islamic country and a conservative country, I was very surprised when I'd be walking down the street and then there'd be like random like young men, they're like in their 20s, I'd be like, six, sir, you want six, sir, you want six. And I was just like, bro, like, aren't we in an Arab Muslim country? I like did not expect that at all. But when you're a foreigner and they perceive your sexuality or they perceive you to be someone that's more open and non-judgmental, yeah, they can have a tendency to do that. And sometimes I hate to say it, but this is no disrespect to anyone that practices Islam. But Islam tends to fuck up a lot of people who, let's put it this way, it just tends to fuck up a lot of people in terms of like, let's see, in terms of like trying to, how do I put this? In terms of people who are trying to find themselves and discover themselves in terms of their sexuality, or people who, you know, don't really know who they are yet and are scared of going against it because their parents and society fed it to them. It can drive people crazy sometimes if they struggle with a lot of insecurities, anxiety, or they see people around them not following the Islamic way, but are only doing it publicly to impress everybody. But then behind the scenes, they see their relatives being reckless and fucked up. And it can make them go crazy because they see everybody putting on a front to go with Islam. And then they themselves are just like, oh my God, like I'm going crazy. You know what? I'm gonna go screw all these men, or I'm gonna go touch all these women. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna go drink as much as I want. It just fucks a lot of people up. What? Let's see. I'd be scared. Damn, they are aggressive. Kind of hot. I mean, if you're into that, then honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Go to Morocco. But I will be real. Sometimes the attention I got was a little bit overwhelming to the point where I was just like, yeah, maybe I should like not go outside the house. I don't want to be bugged. Like Arab Moroccan men are very assertive. Like they're not shy. Like you know how of course people are used to like for those who live in the UK, men are bad bitches in the UK. Like they don't approach women in the UK. Like I'm just gonna be honest, they don't. Like a lot of women will tell you this. If you are afraid of like never being approached, go to Morocco. Like they'll gas you, or go to Jamaica. They'll approach you in Jamaica. They freaked me out. Did you go there? Are you gonna do more deep dives on TV shows and people? Yes, I will. Everybody thinks Americans are sluts. I blame the American men and their sex tourism obsession, to be honest. My ex bestie was Moroccan and he was crazy. I believe you, especially when they're drinking. Sometimes the younger generation, when they drink a little too much, they can tend to be a little bit crazy, mostly the young boys. You need a new cam and Wi-Fi. I need new cam and Wi-Fi. What's wrong? Is my shit really lagging? That is kind of scary. Wow, that's creepy. Arab guys are sexy as fuck. I would have folded. Listen, if you want to, I recommend you go to Morocco. Listen, go to Morocco, go to Egypt. Egypt's a little bit more intense, but go to Morocco. Listen, like if you really feel like you're into Arab guys and you're even if you're a woman, like go to Morocco. Like those men don't play around. Like they want to get married, they want to have like they don't care. Like they will actually approach you and say something to you. Like they will say something. If you're a woman or a man, whether you're gay or straight, go to Morocco. I promise you, you'd be thoroughly surprised, especially if you're a foreigner. If you're a local, it's different, but if you're a foreigner, they already see you as exotic because everybody else is taught to kind of see and view the world the same because of religion and social norms. Yeah, I'm okay. Glad you're okay. I'm okay. Most places in the Middle East, you get catcalled. That's the way the culture is. Mainly the media plays a big part into it. That's interesting. In the Middle East, you just get catcalled everywhere. Yana said, I'm scared. I can't do solo trips. You can do solo trips. Go to Japan, go to Vietnam, go to Switzerland or Italy, or go somewhere cheap like Portugal. Portugal is chef's kiss. Best European country I've ever gone to, ever. Affordable, nice people, good vibes, amazing weather. Go to Portugal. Very underrated. And the people are sexy and beautiful. Oh my God. Like I've never seen so much beautiful teeth and clear skin in my fucking life until I went to Portugal. Portugal. I don't know what's in their water, but their water got them looking good. Did you say you wouldn't recommend women travel to Morocco alone? I recommend women go to Morocco, but if you don't have a sense of like social awareness or you're a little gullible, don't go to Morocco as a woman alone unless you go to the capital. The capital is safe because that's where like the politicians are. That's like the capital is like very similar to Washington, D.C. The capital is super, super safe, very clean, a little bit more expensive, but go to the capital. But other than that, all the lit cities where you can go shopping, eat good food, eat camel and shit, and eat snails, and it's fun and it's shopping and everybody's mingling and going out shopping and partying. I wouldn't recommend it if you're a woman to go alone. I just wouldn't. Because even as a male, yeah. And as a foreigner and as a solo traveler, oh my God. Yeah, but I do recommend people go to Morocco. It's just, yeah, if you're a woman, think twice unless you are experienced. As a woman, I can't go alone then. Never mind. Yeah. Thoughts on Hailey Bieber selling her company to Elf? I didn't even know she had a company. I didn't even know what the fuck she did. Yeah, you're gonna hop to the US. You'll end up on 9 Day Fiance. You really will, though. You really will. To be honest with you, Moroccans know how to read the room. They know how to read people. So regardless of what they just literally look at you and they base it off of what they see on TV. It doesn't have anything about what they know, what they don't know. Like Moroccans, they just read people. They just know who's different. They know who's from there. They know who isn't. If you're dressed a certain way and look a certain way, they like look at you, and that's the other common thing that's common in Morocco. And I know I've talked about Morocco numerous times, but I'm ready to change. I'm about ready to change the subject. But in Morocco, people, and even in Egypt, you know, even in Africa, like even when you go to like a lot of countries in Africa, they can read you. They know who's from there. They know who's not. Like a foreigner has a certain glow about them that a local doesn't. They just know a foreigner, and they just know like, oh, you ain't from here. Like your glow is a little bit different than our glow. So I'm trying to catch up with all the comments. Yes, sex tourism is big there. Let's see. Arab Diddy. That's funny. Long Beach Joe Jet said, whoa. Yeah, it's intense. Oh, okay. Finally, a comment. I would love to. Okay. Someone said, okay. Omar Crockett said, hey, Choice, I lived in Egypt for 3 years, did my master's degree there. If you want any insight on living there, I can help. I would love to know your thoughts on Egypt. Which city do you recommend living in? I want a city where I can have fun and go shopping. Do you like Cairo? Because Cairo is the big city, the big capital that everybody loves. But everybody I know has always had a bad experience. They're just like, oh, Egypt is hagglers. Oh, everybody wants something. Everybody's trying to sell you something. But I think that's probably mostly in the tourist areas. But I feel like Egypt would be good because more people there speak English because it's a more well populated city when it comes to foreigners. Let's see. You said, are a lot of the men in these Arab countries openly gay in terms of being intimate with one another in public? In public, no, but they will proudly walk up to you regardless if you're a man or a woman. If they see something nice or shiny, they're gonna walk up to it and approach it. They don't give a fuck. I can't imagine the SDs roaming if people are that confident in just doing it with anyone. Honestly, I agree. Especially because sex before marriage is illegal. Some of the cities aren't as LGBTQ friendly, so they be extra as hell in the ones that are like, oh, extra as hell in the ones that are like Marrakech. That is very true. How can you not know Jess? Who's Jess? Jess Hilarious? What do you mean, Jess? People who are so eager to have sex with strangers scare me. They scare me too sometimes. Beyonce was on Star Search at 11. I'm gonna have to come back to that Beyonce comment. I want to try KFC in China so bad. You really should. How do you feel about Nanyang doing a Baddies University? It sounds like it has a good ring to it, but to be honest with you, I think they just need to focus on. I really hope Zeus never tries to like expand because this whole baddies, bad girl shit is so fucking lame. Oh my god. It's so fucking exhausting. You know what I mean? Like, how many times can they go to fucking clubs and events and beat the fuck out of each other? It's exhausting. And if she comes out with that, I probably won't watch it. Like, I'm not watching. I'm not even gonna watch this season of Baddies. I'm done with Baddies. Okay, they lost me after the first fucking episode. I can't watch it anymore. I can't take it anymore. And they cast the same fucking people every season. It's like 7 of the same people. Like, why are they bringing back 7 of the same people? Someone said, yeah, he's behind on comments. I'm very behind. Okay, okay, let me go down. I am behind on comments. Let me stop. Okay. I'm literally just scrolling like this. Scroll. Okay, I'm caught up now. Okay, if you want to ask a question, you can ask a question. I have to get all caught up because I was literally in the middle going on a fucking tangent and I literally missed all of the fucking comments. Like every time I start going to the bottom and I read comments, I'd be having to start all over again. It gets fucking annoying. So let's see. Choice, I love you. Stop watching after the first few seasons. That Emmett Till comment, along with the Krishan Rock essay situation, was effed up. Bad deserves to be canceled and sued after that. Yeah, I don't care too much for baddies. How many likes do we have on this live stream? Because I remember it took us like 3 hours just to get like 1,000 fucking likes on a live stream. Hold on, give me a second. Let me answer this call real quick. But yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, they didn't pick up soon enough. I'm just gonna hang up. First, I love you. Thank you, Egypt. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. I've learned. Hey, Julian. Let me read your comments. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I haven't even seen a lot of y'all comments. It's just sometimes I ramble and I get stuck, and sometimes I can't even catch up. Sometimes there's people coming in who are lit, and I'm like, anyway, let me read this comment. Hey, Julian Albino. I've learned through my travels that most homophobic countries have the most gays. LOL. You should be really surprised. Sadly, that's just the case. It's the case. The most homophobic countries do have that because somebody in law had to put their foot down because they probably thought the country was going downhill. So they felt like they had to do that shit. They felt like they had to outlaw it. They felt like they had to make it a burden for people to be able to exist as being gay. Why y'all calling me Egypt ghetto? Hey, Savi. Hi, Choice. I hope you're having a good fa. I love South Africa. Laugh my ass off. Ghetto Egypt. I'm sorry. Egypt is ghetto. There's so many different people doing things outside of Shade Room. Yes, Hailey Bieber has a successful skincare company. Well, I didn't know that. Portugal is my dream destination. Listen, Raina, you better fucking go. I loved it. Oh my God. Let's just say that place is Wakanda to a certain degree. And English doesn't get you far in Portugal. I'll just be honest. It doesn't. It does not get you far. But Portugal is great. Definitely go to Johannesburg. That's where the culture is. Okay. Dangerous, you've been everywhere. That's really cool. If you want to see more where I've been, go to my Instagram and you see all my highlights of all the countries I visited. Go to my Instagram, you'll see all the countries I've ever gone to. I've created like a little highlight reel of each country. Yeah, I've been to 15 countries. 15. I've been to Saudi Arabia. I've been to Ethiopia, Senegal, the Netherlands, and Amsterdam. I've been to Toronto, Dominican Republic. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Trinidad. Let's see. I've been to, let's see where else I've been. Mexico. I've been to the UK, London. I've been to Morocco, Marrakesh. Let's see. I've been to, let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Brazil, obviously. And then I've been to, let's see, where else have I been? Oh, Portugal, obviously. And then I've been to, where else have I been? I know there's one more that I'm missing. Fuck, what am I missing? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hey, Lil Bug 07, Choice. My sister just did some trifling shit to me. What the hell she did? Fuck her. Cut her off if you have to. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find Omar's comment. I know Omar made a comment. Are we going to get a travel vlog? Would love that. Absolutely, Julian. Albino. I'll definitely do that. I remember going to Dubai. My stepmom said I couldn't wear a t-shirt dress because she said the men would stare. Like, Mom, if grown men are staring at a 15-year-old wearing a shirt, that's a them problem. It is, but if you got to protect yourself, you got to protect yourself because you never know. Some of those men can get a little crazy. South Africa is my favorite. Great for solo traveling. Better than Spain. Hey, Anon Mario. Portugal is better than. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Spain is more beautiful, but Portugal is more affordable. And Portugal is. There's so many Indians in Portugal. Oh my! It's basically little India. Like so many Indians, so many Brazilians. If you want to see more people who are more kind and friendly and open, Portugal. People are so much nicer. If you want more beauty and you want better food, Spain. Spain has better food for sure. Way better food. Way better food. Way more cultures in terms of like food diversity. Spain. Spain is lit. Barcelona was like amazing, beautiful, but Portugal was more affordable. So I preferred it because it saved me more money. That's why I preferred it. Not that Spain is expensive as fuck, but Portugal was like, oh wow, that's so cheap. Even Ubers were so cheap. Okay, Taylor said Marrakech, Tangier, and Agadir are the most intense and LGBTQ friendly in places in Morocco. Honestly, maybe I think most of these in Morocco are very LGBT friendly if you're into the whole cruising and being into the low key kind of vibe. But yeah, Marrakesh, Tangier, and Agadir are the most intense. I will say yes, for sure. I've been to Marrakesh and I've been to Tangier, Morocco. I have not been to Agadir yet, but I will be going there. Someone said I'm not in HD anymore. What the fuck? It's because my Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. I really hate that. Elisa said Arab guys play you hard. Of course. They probably have like 10 on the side. And you should have 10 more on the side as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like as Sheriff 7 would say. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Being a Christian in majority of Islamic countries, we often get prosecuted for our beliefs. I have so many stories. My mom went through in Iraq with Saddam in power. You're Iraqi. I would love to go to Iraq. I want to go to Baghdad. When I go to Iraq, I'm going to vlog the whole thing. I want to go to Iraq so badly. Let me know if you've ever been to Iraq because I definitely want to go. I'm happy that you're giving me some insight, Elisa. Let's see. Somebody said I want to go to Morocco with me and my fiance. They will kind of harass both of us then. Yeah. I mean, Moroccans tend to respect boundaries if they see you're with a man. If they see what you're with a man, or even in any Arab country, if they see what you're with a man, you're not gonna have to deal with problems. They'll just be like, oh, she has a man, let me leave her alone. Jermaine Dupri and my aunt got into it on the ferry to New York. Welcome to New York City. Anybody can get smoke. Okay, Alyssa said in Arab countries, no matter how much you cover out there, people will still call and harass you out there. You have to stick your ground and be tough on them. Damn, that's some scary shit. Are you a trans? Y'all never gonna let that joke go. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna catch up the comments now. Matter of fact, I have a better idea. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just catch up with the comments. I have a better idea because again, like y'all be commenting and I don't see it. And thank you for everyone that's on the live. Can y'all do me a favor and hit a thumbs up on this live? Hit the thumbs up. How many likes do we have on this live so far? Let me see. I'm gonna start reading the comment. I'm gonna just scroll up to the comment section. I have a better idea. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking at the comment section right now, so I could be able to catch up. Let me see. Okay. Let me catch up and get on about what y'all are talking about. Let's see. Trace is a global nomad. Oh my God! First of all, thank you, Desi baby, for the fucking super chat. I didn't even see you. You know what? Hold on, let's go. Let's go right back to you real quick. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Because again, I'm not seeing a lot of these comments. Oh hell no! What are they saying about you on Reddit? Watch the playback when you get a chance. Give me a second. Let's see. So let's see. Yes, Netherlands. Trish, what do you like so much about hats, especially bucket hats? The fact that when I have a fucked up hairline, I could just simply put on a hat and just walk outside the house and be okay. So if my barber fucks me up, I'd be like, it's okay. I could put on a hat. Or if I just don't feel like getting a haircut, I just pretty much put on a hat. Oh, okay. Alyssa, I'm sorry. Elisa, she commented. Elisa says she has been to Iraq. I'm trying to find her comment. Okay, this is an important comment because I actually do want to go to Iraq. Iraq has a bad stigma about it because, as we all know, the war, Americans, the horrific photos of Americans trying to retaliate because of the whole 911 stuff. So let's see. Elisa said, I have been to Iraq, but the northern part, since that's where a lot of Christians live. My mom considers herself Assyrian due to speaking Aramaic. Mainly is Zaku being the countryside. Okay. So let's see. Trace, my mom and I watch you all the time for years. Love you, and you have wonderful opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Let me see. Let me put your comment on here. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. So I'm trying my best to catch up some of these comments. Hold on. There's so many. Okay. I think I've seen enough. It's too many. It's way too many. And then that Omar guy that said he used to live in Egypt, I didn't even see his comment. And everybody keeps telling me that he commented back to me. I didn't even see his comment. But anyways, let me see. Oh, we're almost at 1K likes. Oh my God. Please be sure to like the live if you're already in here. But again, let me get right back on topic and get to the point and start answering some of y'all questions. Also, for one, everyone that just jumped in here is asking about the whole Reddit situation. Excuse me. Watch the playback. I already discussed that. It was about Cassie. It was about a lot of my opinions. And Reddit is always mad about me about some shit. Like I did a whole 4-hour live stream, and all they got out of that was you're a fucking victim blaming, you're this, you're that. I did a whole 4-hour live stream, and that's kind of what Reddit was mad about. Reddit is always mad about me about some shit. There's like 12 threads about me on Reddit. And it's not anything like crazy. It's just some shit that I fucking had an opinion on. 9:30. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hold on. I hear Portugal is more welcoming to Black people than Spain. Is that true? 100%. There's a lot of Black people in Spain, but Portugal is Wakanda. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I'll say. That's what I'm gonna put it as. Go to Spain. But also check out Portugal. Once you see Portugal, you'll be like, oh, so this is what he's talking about. If you want to avoid somebody approaching you, just walk aggressive as fuck and talk to yourself loud as fuck about aliens. Yeah, when people think you're crazy, they won't talk to you. Let's see. Somebody said, I'm a pass Morocco. I'm a pass on Morocco. I have immense respect of those who go, but I always think about the case where those 2 girls who traveled there got killed when they went camping in Morocco in the worst deaths. Oh, wow. I didn't even hear about that. What happened to those girls? I'm going to look into that. I'm going to ask ChatGPT about that. I've never heard about those girls that got killed in Morocco. But you can get killed anywhere. You know what I mean? And again, at the end of the day, yeah, it's true. Like, you'll pass on it because, again, you don't want to be like those girls. Because, again, people were like, I gotta look more into that. I don't want to give my opinion. I gotta look more into that first. Janet Jackson used to be married to an Arab man, and her family members said that he was very controlling. Arab men tend to be very controlling. If they're the breadwinners, they tend to be very controlling because it's in their culture to believe that the women have to submit. It just is what it is. And there's a lot of domestic violence in a lot of Arab households and communities. Let me tell you something. When I was in Morocco, there were a lot of women who I saw that had bruises on the side of their face, black eyes, squinting like this because they had a bruise. And all I can think to myself is, wow, girl, your husband must be going in on your ass. But there are a lot of women with bruises on their face. I was so shocked. I saw at least like 4 women, at least 4, maybe even 5 women with bruises on their face. I was like, why do so many of these women in hijabs have black eyes? But domestic violence is at an all-time high. Yeah, it's scary. You don't really see that kind of stuff in America because most people cover it up with makeup or glasses. But in Morocco, yeah, a lot of those women aren't gonna just put on makeup. They're not. So you just see their whole bare face after their husband probably beat their ass and abused them. Trace, you have been so consistent with feeding us worthwhile content. Please keep it up. You are appreciated. Thank you so much for even coming through. I appreciate you, first of all. So many nice African restaurants in Portugal, like Mozambique cuisine. Mozambique. Mozambique was an African country, yes, colonized by the Portuguese. I've never even had Mozambique food. How long did you stay in Portugal? I stayed in Portugal for about, honestly, 3 days, and it was the best 3 days ever. Let's see. How do I get a job abroad when places aren't trying to hire me in the US? Get a remote job, or I would honestly say try to apply for the airlines. They're always hiring people. Ooh, apply for the banks. They're always hiring people overseas. And honestly, it's easier to find a job abroad. Like if you move to like Italy or Spain or Portugal, getting a job wouldn't be that hard. It's not that hard at all. You'll find a nice little decent remote job, or you could find a nice little job at a bar or a nice job as an American. A lot of people would pay you good money to teach English if you're an American. Good money, and the job isn't even that hard. So maybe you can find a job overseas and they can give you a visa and sponsor your visa and more. And then also accommodations are cheap. You can find a nice roommate for like maybe $300 a month if you go overseas. It just depends on what country you're going to. And maybe if you even go to Asia, Vietnam is one of the cheapest countries in the world. Like I'm talking about, you can get a whole grocery cart full of groceries for like $30. And maybe you could save like $2,000 working at a simple low-end job where you are in America, and then you could buy your plane ticket for like $900, and then you could probably get an Airbnb accommodation, and maybe like maybe in like the big cities in Vietnam, and you could like live in it for like 6 months, and then you could just like try to see if you can make your $3,000 stretch. If you could save $3,000, you'd be okay, and your money would go by really, really far. Yeah, Saudi's adorable, like a little baby. Turkey, Maldives on the list as well. Child, I got off work. What the hell? What the hell, Yanta? You mean they exposing you on Reddit? Thank you, Desi baby, for the fucking super chat. Honestly, just watch the playback, okay, baby? Just watch the playback. Destiny said, I want to travel more, but I need more money. How are y'all getting good paying jobs? Because when I apply on Indeed, I get on instant denial. If you are looking for a good paying job overseas, I think it's better if you go there. It'd be a lot better. But honestly, if you want a decent paying job, I would say utilize Chat GPT to help you. But you can probably find a good job teaching English, or a good job at a bank, or you could work at, as a manager for an American company. Like maybe you could work at a bar that's owned by an American. People will be quick to hire you if you speak English. Like if you work on resorts or hotels, or even apply at working at a hostel, like those places will hire you like easily in a heartbeat. I'm in Colombia. Troy's, hey, Kendallin Jones. That's an interesting name, Kendallin Jones. I've never heard somebody named Kendallin. Only light-skinned Black people have privilege, but they still face racism at the end of the day. Racist white people see light-skinned black people as blackies too. I don't know where the hell that came from. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Cristiano Ronaldo is Portuguese and his son is half black, and he's obsessed with black people. I didn't even know he had a half black son, but yeah, the Portuguese love black people. Okay, if you want to go somewhere they love black people or love brown skin and you won't feel weird about your skin tone, go to Portugal. There's so many Indians and there's so many black people from all over the African diaspora and the Hispanic diaspora. Portugal will change your life for sure. I've been to Brazil many times. Yes, I've been to Brazil. I've been to Recife, Brazil, Rio, Sao Paulo, and I've gone to Brazil like at least 5 times. I love it there so much. It's so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read your comment. Elisa, thank you for being here for so long. You give me a lot of great tips and advice. Sad thing is that most of the women don't have basic rights in certain countries. That is true. When it comes to driving a car, running in politics, a lot of women don't have basic rights at all. Almost at 1,000 likes. Thank you guys for even liking this live. Because remember, it took us 3 hours to get 1,000 likes. How long have we been on here? We've been on here for about 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, so Dose from Houston, Texas made an interesting point. Dose said, it makes sense that you were saying all this. I had some random Arab who was 20-something years old go off because I told him to relax. I don't even know him. I didn't like him like that. And he admitted he was using lines on me and said, that's fine. Basically, he got hostile because he was using pickup lines on you, and because you weren't too interested in him, he kind of like went off on you. Kind of like it's pretty obvious they see women as objects. Not all of them, right? It's only some of them who are stuck in their ways and feel like they have to copy the shit they see on TV or the shit they see their uncles and fathers do. It's not all of them. Like some Arab guys are just chill and nice, but a lot of them, they feel like they have to establish dominance when they see women. So if you want a really good looking eye candy Arab guy, you'll definitely find him when you go to an Arab country. If you want a guy that's going to spoil you and take care of you, go to the Middle East or go to an Arab country. But be prepared to deal with someone who's crazy and unhinged and controlling. Thoughts on Cindy Sweeney, the girl from Euphoria? Not much to say. Where did you go in Saudi Arabia? I went to Riyadh, Mona. I went to Riyadh. I think that's the capital. Amazing city. Cleanest airport. I could eat off that fucking airport floor. That's how clean it was. My baggage came out in like literally 2 minutes. Best airport ever. They were so nice. Oh my god, they were so nice and so welcoming. Oh my god, I had the best experience. And it's not that expensive either. It kind of gave me like, it was kind of like a budget friendly version of Dubai. It was like big buildings and skyscrapers and fancy restaurants and nice hookah lounges. And it kind of gave me like, oh yeah, there's money here. Like you can find you a cool man with money here. And you can also find you a good woman here because the women were beautiful. Most of them had face coverings though. A lot of them were wearing the jet black get-ups and all you saw was their eyes. Like they was all covered up. And that tells you all you need to know, that a lot of the women there are married and are bombshells. I only know them because of you, but I watched Captain Pia's interview with the Call Her Daddy podcast recently. Never watched her ass filing videos ever. But Austin is clearly a low vibe narcissistic trash. I've been saying this for years, that he's a narcissist. I've been saying this for years, that he's crazy. Favorite song at the moment? Anything Brazilian funk, because I miss Brazil so badly. Someone said, yeah, the teaching English pipeline as a U.S. citizen is almost a privilege. Great advice. Some schools do not need you to have credentials, and they offer you free accommodations. Yes, if you're trying to live overseas and you want to have a job or find a job teaching English, even if you barely speak the local language, some of the students who are from ages 5 to 25 to 30, they love hearing you speak. They'll love to just hear you speak so they can learn. If you just play videos and play things and you teach them the things that Americans say, a lot of them are even kind of fluent in English as well, but they're just trying to like learn from you. If you want to live overseas and learn English, you could just get them workbooks, practice books, flashcards, and you could teach English. You don't even need a fucking degree. Just teach English, and then they'll give you free hotels. They'll give you free accommodation. They'll give you a free bedroom, and they'll give you like a free little budget. They'll give you enough to literally live in their country. Get a job teaching English. If you're struggling and trying to figure out how you can live overseas and travel more, find a job teaching English. Trust me. Just trust me. Playback. Exactly. A lot of y'all who just came in here, you're going to have to watch the playback because a lot of the shit that I went in about earlier, I went in about it, and you can just watch everything from the beginning. I might want to teach English when I'm older and retire somewhere cool. Good idea. What's your favorite TLC Michael Jackson song? My favorite TLC song is What About Your Friends? They Will Stand Their Ground. Something. That's my favorite TLC song. My favorite Michael Jackson song is Remember the Time and Liberian Girl. You came in, you changed my world. A world so brand new. Liberian Girl. I'm not going to sing the songs that we copyrighted. Liberian Girl, you told me. I don't know the lyrics, but she's loving, and you said that you love me. I love you, Liberian Girl. Liberian Girl. Listen, if there's one song that makes me want to like literally like pretend that I'm in a music video, it's Liberian Girl. I love that fucking song. Let's see. How does bartender work in other countries? Do you need a TABC? I'm not sure. Ask ChatGPT if you want to bartend in another country, Destiny. But yeah, a lot of clubs and bars would definitely hire you, especially if they're in tourist areas. Look into Portugal, Barcelona, Ibiza, Spain, maybe Vietnam, Thailand. If you speak English and can communicate with a lot of the tourists, they'd be happy to hire you. Just look up everything you need on ChatGPT. Make up some shit ass fucking resume, even if you gotta lie on your fucking resume, and apply for jobs and watch how they'll hire you. Like, it's tough to get a job in America, but listen, if they're willing to sponsor your visa and hire you, or you'll tell them that you'll be there like in the next 3 months, they might help you out with a job. Yep. I want to teach English in Japan, but I'm afraid I may run into a senpai and fall in love and risk it all. You really just might. You really might. Is college worth it these days? It depends on your major and depends on if you're willing to network. I'm afraid I'll get bored living in another country. You won't, especially if you live in a country on the other side of the world and they have other countries nearby. You might get bored being in that country, but if you build community and if you're willing to travel and make little pit stops in other countries surrounding it, you'll probably have fun. Trust me. Really? You said Cristiano Ronaldo's son is fine? I never even knew he had a half black son. I'm like, where the fuck is this half black son? I thought he had just two little smaller children. I wish we could be besties and go everywhere with you. I don't hit me up. I mean, are you down to travel? Do you have your passport? Cookie Monster? Maybe we can. There's a large black community in Portugal, so they are comfortable to see us there. Yes, and a lot of black people speak Portuguese. Have you been to Cape Verde? Not yet. It's on my bucket list. I've wanted to go to the Sal and Pai for the longest time. Never been to Japan. The world is so big. Awesome convo. Yeah, Portugal's great. I've never been to Thailand, but everyone that I know that's gone there, they said it's paradise. It's cheap as fuck. The food is good. And the people are the sweetest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. I'll be honest, I didn't realize that there would be so many black people there in Portugal. Portugal is beautiful. The Portuguese people don't stare. They're actually very nice. The Portuguese are very kind and sweet, and they don't stare. They're actually cool and nice. Like they'll actually help you if they see what you're like. I had people literally help me up the stairs with my luggage. I had people literally go out of their way to stop and ask me what I was looking for because they saw that I was lost. People in Portugal are chill and they're happy as fuck for a reason. Their healthcare is good, their streets are safe, their country is clean. Portuguese people are fucking so kind and so sweet and so open. Do you think people like Megan Good who are brown skin have privilege? Pretty privilege, yeah. Chris is always somewhere new. Love that for him and anyone else who does that. Thank you. I try to be somewhere new because it challenges me and it puts me under pressure and it helps me learn how to survive and see the world in a bigger perspective. Americans do need to travel more in general, for sure. Sadly, they want someone with oil money, but not olive oil money. What do you mean by that, Elisa? Basically, like somebody with real money, not surface level money. I don't know what question you were answering. Sydney Sweeney selling her bath water in soap bars. That's fucking disgusting. Hey, Troyce, I never knew you had ADHD. When did you find out? I found out from your Instagram bio. I suspect I have it as well. When did I find out? I found out many years ago when I moved to LA. I would say in 2021, I got diagnosed. I recommend you get diagnosed instead of self-diagnosing. Pay for that 1 hour therapy session and just talk to a therapist. And if you want medication, I say fuck it, go for it. Take it in small doses. If it doesn't work for you, just find things that give you structure. Let's see, get some sleep and stay hydrated. That's like the best way to deal with ADHD if you're struggling with it. Let's see, off the wall. Let's see. Michael Jackson was good for this world. They ended his life. The ending of his life always sketched me out. There is more to his story than a simple medication, honestly. Okay, I'm all at the bottom again. I'm all at the bottom of comments. I'm caught up now. 160 hours of learning how to teach English to get your sort of certificate and then apply abroad, live in Spain. Yes, get your certification for teaching English, which I'm sure will probably take less than like 3 months, and then apply everywhere. Spain would love you. Thailand would love you. Japan would love you. China would love you. So if you want to literally learn how to teach English, get your certification, even if you're not fluent in their language. You know, it could be like an equal exchange. They teach you, you teach them. And some of the people that will be in your class will already know a little bit of English anyways. You'll just be teaching them more about like the slangs and grammar and much more. No, I'm in an Airbnb. Yes, show Miss Mary Jane Byram how it's done. Let's start your own travel club. I would definitely start a travel club. I solo traveled to Thailand. It was amazing, but crazy at the same time. This African man tried following me twice. That's fucking crazy. But Thailand is mostly safe. You're traveling for the second half of the year. Congrats. I'm happy for you. Please travel. Go see the world. The world is ending, so hurry up and go see it. Okay. Elisa said olive oil money means not rich / countryside. Oil rich money meaning Arab code terms, lol. Just made a little oil check. Oh, I get it, because the Middle East is rich in oil. Okay, cool. So basically, people respect you if you have real money. So basically, oil money is real. Olive oil money, like countryside, middle class to poor. Okay, I see the analogy you were making. I never heard the story about those girls getting killed in Morocco. I never heard that story ever in my life. Let's see. I've had fatigue since I was 13. Like bad. I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay. Let's see. So how many likes do we have? Because I definitely want to probably get off of here in a little bit. We're about to be on here for almost 3 hours. You said how to get off of here. You said you had fatigue since you were 13. Have you ever tried microdosing mushrooms? That's just an idea. Mushrooms are something that a lot of Native Americans and Peruvians and people in South America tend to do. Try microdosing a mushroom just once. It doesn't have to be like an actual mushroom. You can take it in like a chocolate bar. You can buy them at dispensaries. You can go to your local dispensary if you live in America and say, "Do you guys have like shroom chocolate bars?" And they might have them like in an edible. I wish I could do nomad shit, but I have a physical job. For now, you never know. The next 3 to 4 years, you might switch careers and have time to travel. Or how about this? If you have PTO, use your PTO and go somewhere nearby and do a little solo trip for yourself. Because why not? Spoil yourself. Go see what else is out there. You might end up meeting somebody and you might have a reason to work, get more PTO, and then eventually live your life. Love from Egypt. Oh my fucking God. You're in Egypt? I have never been to Egypt. I've been to Morocco, but I've never been to Egypt. Do you recommend living there, or do you not, or do y'all not want us in Egypt? Because again, I know y'all have enough people buying up the property and everything. And what city do you recommend? Because all the people I see on TikTok are always talking shit about how Cairo can be intense and oh my God, like every time you talk to people, they want money from you. Like people want money. Even at the airport, people expect tips because they tend to see how generous the foreigners can be. And sometimes people can kind of take advantage and exploit that. But I want to still go to Egypt. I don't give a fuck with a lot of the foreigners who say, oh my God, hagglers here. I don't give a fuck about no hagglers. People got to make a profit somehow. People got to make money somehow. Tell me what you think about Egypt in terms of like what would be a lit city to go to. Do you think Cairo is good to live in? Do you think Luxor is better to live in? I think your name is Sully. 993 likes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Let's see. I tried up everything. 995 likes. We almost at 1K. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have not liked the live already, please like it. Can we talk about Kanika Jenkins? I made a video about her a while ago, like maybe 3 years ago. I think there's just not much to say other than the fact that her friends should have been watching her. When it comes out to Kanika Jenkins, I still think about her case at least every single year. And her mom did get a settlement. Her mom got a nice little settlement. It took a couple years, but her mom did get it. But it's just a cautionary tale. Just watch who you call your friends because her friends should have definitely been watching her. You know, her friends should have been watching. They should have kept an eye on her. No, I don't like shrooms. Okay, well, if you don't like shrooms, then I would say if you have issues with fatigue, I don't know. I would say maybe just. You ever thought about drinking chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is really good with energy, but I don't know. Maybe your fatigue is a little more intense. But shrooms is the only thing I can think of, or chlorophyll water. I tried that already. I'm now 20. Okay, then it's probably not for you. That's fair. Have you ever tried checking your blood work? I was fatigued and my vitamin D3 levels were low as well as my iron. Okay, listen to this lady. If you always feel fatigue, check your blood work and see what's low. Sometimes you might be low in iron or vitamin D3. You're at 1K. Oh no, that sounds weird. Thank you guys for 1K likes. I really greatly appreciate that. So she said you went to the doctors, but you said your vitamins were fine. Huh. Hey Alyssa, you said take a microdose if you plan on doing shrooms. They don't play around. Give me a bad experience once and I started contemplating on my past actions. LOL. Oh wow. You hit 1K. Thank you. Thank you. Choice, have you seen Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Super Bowl performance? Would you go to a concert? I never saw this. I never even watched Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. I just didn't care enough. I finally caught a live. Well, you about to like lose me because I'm probably gonna get off of here in the next couple of minutes. But again, thank you. Thoughts on tarot? It's fun. Sometimes it could be legit. It just depends on who's doing it. Don't forget to let us know about that. I'm busy next time. I'm basically in an Airbnb, and this is my own private room. That's what it is. At 1K likes. I never heard about Riot Mushrooms. Do you like Chopper Room? 1K likes. Thank you so much, Kanika. You finally hit 1K. Thank you so much, everyone that's watching. I appreciate that. What do they want? Someone said, don't go, Troy. I'll miss you if you're off. Listen, I'll probably come back on live tomorrow or not because I don't know. I feel like people are getting tired of my lives because I literally did 3 so far. Like in the past week, I've just literally done 3. So I've already done a lot. And I still can't believe there's over 1,200 people watching this shit. Someone said, okay, I'm just not seeing your comment, Sully. I live long-term in Saudi for my employment. I was very intrigued that you visited there, but you talked only briefly about it. I'm so interested to know more if you're okay with that. I love Saudi so much. If you want to see my Saudi adventure, go to my Instagram, Sully, and go see my highlights. I posted every single country I've ever been to in my highlights. Go to my highlights and look at the Saudi one. Oh my God. Saudi was so amazing. The people were such bright smiles. They were so like, wow, you came all the way here. And so many people spoke English. That was a shock to me. And a lot of them were self-taught too. But Saudi was great. I stayed in Riyadh, which was the capital, and it was amazing. Beautiful downtown. Top 5 best downtown I've ever seen in my entire life. Let's see. Someone said, quick, someone give Choice a topic he likes so much so he can ramble for the next hour so he can stay on live for the next hour. Listen, I have been on here. Let's see, how long has it been? It's about to be 3 hours. It's been on here. I've been on here for a minute. I don't really know. Oh, let's see. Ever heard of Luigi Mingione? He's the attractive Italian method of murdering a healthcare CEO. It sucks that so many Italians are so fucking handsome and fine and crazy. No, we love your lives. No, keep going. No, I'm not tired. I love your video. I love your lives. Thank you so much, Beach Cowgirl. Let's see. Thank you for the live on this Saturday night. Thank you for tuning into this live. I love all your stuff. Hey, Choice. I know it's probably Monday where you're at, but my birthday is tomorrow. Yay. Happy birthday, Dominique. I still think about the Shakira Robinson. So sad. I want her family to get closure. Did y'all hear about the Tubi movie they were making? They were making a Tubi movie about that whole case. Your good energy. Of course, people will want to watch your live. Thank you. Trace, are you in the Lovely Tea Discord? I'm not at all. I'm not at all. Should I be? I had a friend that was in it, but should I be? I'm definitely on her Patreon, though. I'm on Lovely Tea's Patreon. I'm just not on her Discord. I missed a few because YouTube did, but didn't send me notification until late. Shake my head. Yeah, I need to definitely get on my shit with. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Like, I need to get on their ass about that. That's why I try my best to just make sure I tell everybody to like my videos and like my streams because you see me shadow banning, and sometimes people don't get notified when I'm on. Someone said, "Who's tired of your lives?" Oh my God. Well, they can't be too tired of them because each of them has over 10,000 views. Exactly. Choice, what is your Discord? Let's say I should have made a YouTube video when I was 10 years when I was 10 years old. I'm going to start making YouTube and TikTok videos to go viral. I say, fuck it. You should definitely do that shit. I say, fuck it. Definitely do it. Hey, Sully, do you plan on visiting South Korea? Absolutely. I had a friend that went there and she raves about it all the time. I should have stole my mom's credit card and bought Bitcoin in 2009. I would have been rich by now. You probably would have. Bitcoin, listen, don't sleep on cryptocurrencies. Just because I stopped talking about crypto, that doesn't mean I'm not still on it. Listen, if you got cryptocurrencies or stocks, listen, accumulate as much as you possibly can and ignore it and just don't even look at it ever again. Someone said try taking vitamin B12 to enhance your energy levels. Let's see. Hey JTV, you said you're slowly building your YouTube videos. I say keep going. Who's your favorite Moesha character? My favorite Moesha character was D, because she would always come up with that Jamaican accent. D for sure. Oh my god. Okay, let me read a couple more. Let's see. Somebody said, I'm in South Korea right now. Hopefully I see you. I'm here for 2 years. When I'm there, I'll definitely post about it because I definitely need someone to give me some advice to show me around. But in the meantime, let's see. So it's about to be 3 hours since I've been on here. Thank you guys for coming into the live stream. First of all, 1,200 people. That's fucking crazy to me. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch my live streams. I'm definitely gonna do more of these. If you guys have any topics that you guys want me to cover in future live streams, feel free to like DM me, message me. Let me know what you guys want to hear more of. If you have any feedback, if you're watching the playback, feel free to comment because sometimes I like to watch. I like to read the comments, even if I don't respond to you. I still do read the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And yeah, I'm definitely going to get off of here in a little bit because it's about to be 3 hours. Thank you guys for the love and support throughout the years. And oh my god, what the fuck? Shampoo the Janelle. She said she literally just got here. That's fucking crazy. That's literally crazy. You said you just got here. That's crazy. But you can watch the playback, and I'll try to be live maybe tomorrow or the day after. But oh god. Oh my god. Look at this person saying, wait, is it over? Yes, literally, I've been on here for the past 3 hours, but you can watch the playback because there was so much that I discussed in this video. And I think this was a very intense video. I had a lot to say. There was a lot of intense comments for sure. We got into a lot of subjects. We talked about a lot of crazy things. We talked about the Reddit post. If you're just coming in here and have no idea what I'm talking about, just look up my YouTube. Just look up Destin Choice or just Choice Reddit, and you'll see there's a whole bunch of Reddit threads of somebody fucking talking shit and mad about opinions and ideologies and thoughts that I have. Like every fucking year, there's a fucking Reddit thread about somebody upset about some shit that I said, which I respect and understand because everybody's entitled to their own fucking opinion. And also, oh my god, first of all, that's very kind of you, Sully. I thank you so much again. Thank you. Okay, I definitely need to go to Egypt. Okay, you didn't tell me what like city you recommended in Egypt. I don't know if I missed your comment or not, Sully, but tell me right now so I know. Is there like a city you recommend in Egypt that's like fun and cool and good vibes? Do you recommend Cairo? Because I want to live in Egypt for a little bit because I heard it's just so cheap and so fun and there's a lot to do. And I love Morocco, but I feel like I'll like Egypt as well. Come to South Africa, King. I would love to go to South Africa. Y'all are so confident. I love South Africans. Like y'all are like, I'm South African. Like y'all say it with y'all chests. I love South Africans. But if I do go to South Africa, I'll probably not go to Cape Town because everybody and their fucking mom goes there. I'll probably go to Johannesburg because I hear that's where all the culture is and where it's more diverse. So I'll probably go to Johannesburg. What do you think, though? Let's see. Hold on. Thank you, Elisa, for everything. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Somebody says we're closed. Let's see. Definitely will keep up with you more, Choice. Love all your videos. Just followed you on Insta. Thank you so much for even following my Instagram. If you guys have more questions, DM me. I try my best to respond to as many DMs as possible. So if you have any more topics or ideas or have personal questions that I skip or want to know anything, just email me, message me on Instagram. You could tweet me because I'm always on Twitter looking at stuff. You can also email me, and if I don't see your email, just comment on my recent YouTube video or comment on my recent Instagram post and say, hey, Choice, I emailed you or I DM'd you. Can you please respond? And I'll respond. It just sometimes I get so many. You look so comfy. Love you. I'm definitely really comfy. Come to Johannesburg. Yes. Okay, yes. I'll go to Johannesburg because why not? Let's see. Okay, this person keeps asking, have you watched Unsung? Aaliyah, Selena, and Melanie Thornton need one. I have watched Unsung. I think I watched Michelle's Unsung. And I think I watched Escapes. Escape has a really good Unsung. And
Aaliyah doesn't have one. She should have one. Selena doesn't have one either. Troy's 10 more minutes, lol. Troy's out this bitch. Cue the off-key love. No matter of fact, I'm going to say that for my next intro. I'm not going to sing now. But let me see. I farted. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go now. Thank you guys for the love and support. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing me mad love. Okay, fine. I'm going to get off. Oui, me parle yon ti cross Creole. Oui, me ka comprendre Creole. Yes, I do speak Creole. And I can understand and speak a little bit of French. Je parle un peu français. I can speak it a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go now. Thank you guys. Gotta go. Y'all be safe. And watch the playback for all the shit we talked about. And yeah, take care. Choice out this bitch. I'm sorry. Somebody say good night. Good night. Okay.